camera 1, everybody. It's camera 1. Camera 2 is looking over here. I'm making a mess. Camera 3 is doing what camera 3 do. Look at, you know what else we can do? You know what else we can do? We can go over here. What? Because we're going to do the thing. We're going to do the thing. Well, we're going to do the thing in a little while. We're going to do the thing in a little while. And I've been gathering up a bunch of, let's not call it crap, but let's, I've been gathering up some stuff that is moldering, let's say, stuff in the bins. Somebody just asked if we had 10K. 99.89. 11 away is close enough. I would be happy if we finished the stream on 99.99 because that would seem more special to me. I still have my wood cut because, you know, nice. I sat for probably 30 minutes and watched the subscriber count until it had that number, and then I had to screen cap it. So 10K is certainly a milestone, and if you're here just because I'm giving stuff away, that's cool. That's cool. If you didn't see the community post that I put up, when I was going through the analytics, we're at like 2,780,000 views, channel views. So for 3 million, I'll give something else away. We'll give another thing away then, and that should be like 2 months. Should be right about 2 months. Jay Leeson would be here tonight, but his father is very ill, so he can't make it tonight. Whatever people say to be comforting, best wishes, I guess, to Jay Leeson and his family. I don't know. Sometimes I feel like a psychopath because somebody tells me, "Oh, my father is dying," and I genuinely don't know how to respond to that. I don't know. It could be psychopathy. Andrea will be back in 15 to 20 minutes. Oh, don't worry. We're definitely not going to give anything away in the first 20 minutes because, 99.90. We just picked one up. So we're going to give some stuff away, some things, one might say. Because we will, of course, be giving away the one that, I don't know. Sputter Crawler hit me in the comment on there, I think, and said Raven is a pretty good name. You know, Teen Titans Raven. And I was like, oh, man. Now I'm getting a That's So Raven vibe. I'm getting a Raven vibe off of it. So I'm not opposed to Raven. I have it listed as R14WS in the radio, so I'm not averse to changing that to Raven. Dead Meat's here for the first Friday he's had off in a while. Nice. We as a collective won't affect the subscription count. No, that's probably true. What if I'm giving
multiple emails?
This is the first Friday afternoon. I thought somebody said, "What are you giving away?" Because he's here just for he's here for the content and doesn't know what he. Yuan called in sick and he's not sick. Andre with 5. Hive Mind Minis, an angry cat. That's a pretty great name. Damon's 5. Andre with the first 5. The chat is very nearly all green. Yeah. Speaking of, who just said, come on, lurkers. Yeah, Riviera. So when you get deep into the weeds of the analytics in YouTube, here's how the sausage is made. They have little slider bars where you can show your relative performance on shorts and long form, shorts and live, long form and live, like they break it up into these little duos. There is out there a group of people that watch the shorts and the live, but don't watch any of the videos. That is wild. If you are that person, that is I don't, how do you live your life? How do you end up here without the insanity of like all of the other stuff? I mean, I get it. One of the greatest compliments that I got recently on a video was somebody said, you put out too much content. I can't keep up with it. and I said, then I'm doing it right. Because, once again, I can't view my own analytics while we're live. If I type something into the chat over here and I say, this is me in the chat, whatever broke, I'm still gray. My name should be yellow because this is my live stream, but nowhere can I figure out where to fix that. I don't know how to fix that. So that's why we have the blue guy. That's why we have Hugo here to take care of it. Hey, Jimmy Sparks with 5. Bonita Creek just got another one. Bonita Creek no longer gray. Miggs, I've seen that name before. It's doing a pull. It's kind of hitting. It's kind of hitting names where I go, yeah, okay, I know that name, and then it's pulling. It's pulling from the whole subscriber base. That's fine. That's fine because that works. That works. It makes people. It makes people show up. So, yeah, they hit Bonita Creek real fast. He does not have the bobbing and weaving skills that Ed has, and managed to dodge like 200 gifted. Did it just drop to 99.89 again? Nope, 99.90 still. So, did I finish my Irwin thought? Irwin is out at what appears to be a very fancy dinner with his wife right now. So he said he's not going to be able to get here for like an hour and a half. So we'll wait for Irwin, even though he's not here so we can talk about him. Even though Irwin can't win it because he already won one. He had to do a lot of work to win that one. But rules that we made up is rules. So now what I can do is I can start putting names in the wheel of names, which for once I actually put on the computer that I'm using and didn't have to bust out the laptop for it. Hey, big good looking fella. And driver A with 5. Gems Hobbies, Alex Thompson, Sean Donahue, Zeta, Cheer Wong, Eddie Toy, Savage Life. The RC family's already here. Dirt Nap, Robs, and Dominic Jones. Oh, big good looking fella. You have reminded me because you have found out. Okay. All right. Hold on. Visual aid. Visual aid. Big good looking fella asked me a question on the Discord about why is his Stealth X so flobbly. And I can tell you that exactly, which is, here is a Stealth X. Let's see. Let's see how it looks. This one is not bad. That's not bad for a Stealth X. What it comes down to, in its entirety, is... Okay, so, if you were to ask me how many... Hey, Jimbo with 5! Jeremy Mitchell, Alvin Williams, Ned Miller, Bob Jenkins, these are just names. And Beast Surge Yo-Yo. Yeah, I'm down with that. Beast Surge Yo-Yo. These are the slipper eliminator plates that come on every Stealth X. As you can tell, I have purchased a couple, and I have a couple in service. And the problem is, this part just comes off of a tree. It's just injection molded. And your spur gear doesn't actually touch the top shaft. So this is what is centering the spur. So these spurs are basically the Octalink, something with an octa in it. I want to say it's Octalink. These spurs aren't bad. These are bad. These are bad. So you can replace them with the factory team ones of these, which are about $18, which is unfortunate. Or you can replace them with a slipper. And the only issue with it, there'll be a video on this, for the people that aren't here. The only issue with that is that slipper pads are getting kind of hard to find now. You can still get the factory team V2s. They look just like that. ASC 7485. These are the old pads. These are the pads that are getting increasingly harder to find. It's also getting increasingly harder to find the 32 pitch Octalock. That's it. It's getting hard to find these big pads. They still have the white ones, and basically we're not using these as slipper clutches because slipper clutches are something that you tune, and we just want something to slip at the last second to prevent things from exploding. So that's what we're using them for. They are our last line of defense. So here's how simple it is. You pull this is what the video will be made on. There's also going to be a video on putting double cardons on AR-45s, if anybody's interested. Arma spur gears fit the Octalock. There you go. I hate the stock slipper eliminators. I despise them as well. So we cut open our 7485. This slipper is for this gearbox. So we're lucky that we're here. So it's all the same fitment. That just slides down like that. You don't need a spacer on it or anything. It's kind of easiest to put the pad on this way so it doesn't fall apart. Put the other pad on it. Can you tell that this slipper pad has been used a couple times? They don't ordinarily look like that. That's from the slip action. Then we slap this side down like this, and then all you need is anything to go between the nut and the actual outer disc. What I kind of prefer, as I said, we're not trying to build a slipper clutch, is Vanquish will help you out in this regard. This is the little urethane that comes out of a Vanquish, like on a Phoenix. We just slide that down over like that. We take this nut and we put it on here. What we do is we just don't impactor it full down. 2 Ugga-Duggas is probably adequate. And that is about perfect. And it will be. This one's actually a little wobbly because this spur gear is probably about 10 years old. But it's not wobbly this way. They'll be very centric this way. Kimbrough still makes these type of spur gears with the hex pad in them. Sits nice and tight so you don't have to worry about the shaft on your thing being not long enough. And I could have easily just put those pads will fit in the Octalock as well. Like, I mean, obviously they're the exact same size as this. Is the 48 pitch spur gear on the gold dig box 72 tooth? No, it is a 87. It's an 87. If you want to know about other gears that I don't like, so we've bought a couple Amazon dig boxes. Yeah, it's a 48 pitch 87 tooth. And I want to see if I can weld them together and make some sort of make a man out of them, make a spur gear man out of them. I use that as an excuse for why I haven't thrown them away. No, the proper torque on those is 2 Ugga-Duggas. Oh yeah, you could cut cork sheet into place, or if you want to use the Traxxas methodology, you just get yourself some asbestos. And I wish I had the da-dun-tsh. But I don't. I need a soundboard real bad because I want to make irritating sounds other than the ones that come out of my mouth fairly constantly. German torque spec, good and tight. Yep. Was it? That could have been 2.374 Ugga-Duggas. I just count to 2 and then I round down. I'm not 100% sure how many it actually was. These rims have only been mounted one time. These are brand new test wheels, which means nothing is stripped out. When you take them apart, when I disassemble every test set of wheels, there's always little glitter, little machinist's glitter out here from little chunks of wheel falling out, because when you're paying $25, $30 for a set, you don't expect to put them together and take them apart 70 times. So we just do it until they fall apart. Somewhere around here I have the stock foams for these. I'm not going to look for them. Many of you might not understand why that's pertinent. Because I went through the drawers and we've got stuff. Some of it is stuff that has been used. Did you watch a tire test? Did you watch a tire testival? Do you have any Traxxas cars recalled for slipper pads? Probably. I have a whole drawer full of those old slipper pads. What skid plate would you use to change the base camp to 4-link with servo on axle? The fitment on the rails, if memory serves, is the same as just a regular axial skid. So you could just put a regular axial skid in there. You might need to drill a hole or two, but you could put an element skid under there as well. A base camp is more like a 10.2 than it is a 10.3, realistically. It has the rails and the shock towers of a 10.3, but other than that, it's not really 10.3. So, as consolation prizes, we're going to give some stuff away today as well. Our Perline Trencher Predator compound good on a 6-pound rig. I'm going to call you Oxy. Oxy, that just depends on where you live. Predator is not preferred here because Predator is the happiest in this window between about 35 and 55 degrees Fahrenheit. If you are foreign from here, you're going to have to translate that. I don't understand how Celsius works. So, if you live in a place that is routinely between 35 and 55 degrees and it gets wet regularly, Predator will serve you pretty well. But there's going to be other tires. Like a J-Concept Scorpio is going to be roughly equivalent of a trencher and work in a much broader range of temperatures. So we basically don't run Predator here, as right now is about the only time of year. Literally the dead of winter, and it is 61 degrees outside. So Predator weather occurs in the mornings about 3 months out of the year. So you buy Predator based on your weather is the shortest way of saying my long thing. I know this is not your wheelhouse, Mr. C, but do you know of another axle that could be used to build a UTB-18 without using the stock axles? So you want a tiny axle. You're going to have to inquire from the class 1 people, because the class 1 people are always trying to find really narrow axles to fit under whatever hard body they're trying to use. And I know that there are axles, I want to say Boom Racing makes axles that are into really down narrow widths. The class 1 people would know better than I, because I'm shooting for this 240 outside to outside of wheel to wheel on most everything. 240 to 260 is where I live. UTB 18 are really, really skinny. So I'm from France. That doesn't help me. You're going to have to tell me about France. Did you get my email about the FJ40 inner fenders? I did. Good afternoon to East Tennessee. Yes, white Sedona shocks do work great if you don't blow up. AliExpress will have all the tiny axles you need. That is probably true. I just wouldn't know specifically which ones to look at. Boom Racing and Yoda 2 are fairly narrow. There you go. Did I say 330 millimeter wheelbase? No, but I will. 330 millimeter wheelbase. That means somebody somewhere has to take a shot. Yes, there are the CR2 12 axles. Cut AR44s to make them narrower. I have long thought that you could shorten any modular axle, like a Diamond Pro or a 10 Pro. It would not take that much work, I don't think. Because basically just one end of it is reduced down. You could probably do a half bodgy way of it on a sander and get them down to whatever you want. And cutting the shafts down to fit the narrower width is super easy. I didn't see the question, but Boom Racing makes silly narrow axles. There it is. Wider arches help solve the too wide axle problem. That is also correct. Hello from the frozen tundra of Wisconsin. Hello to the frozen narrow tundra of Wisconsin. France is mainly cold, then Predator will probably serve you well. And if you can get a good deal on them and you're not paying full Predator money, cautiously recommended. As long as you know what you're getting into when you get into Predator. For those of you that saw the community post, look at that. Oh yeah, the big pounder. I'm not gonna solder this motor on, but because I never know. I could solder the motor on, and then you could put it on the vehicle, and it would be rotating the wrong direction. And now you're getting to see the mess that exists behind. This is why we don't do the view the other way, because this is relatively clean today. Just pop these off. I don't do bullets. Y'all know I don't. Y'all know I don't do bullets. So, heading out somewhere, and always remember the rules. You don't have to take anything you don't want. Yes, Vax 10 Pro. You could technically make it center diff, right? Yeah, 100%, absolutely. You could if you buy the tubes, and you can get 4 packs of the brass axle tubes on Amazon for like $20. You can buy yourself a bunch of axle tubes and put the pumpkin wherever you want it. Like if you want it right side, left side, centered, you can do whatever you want. Do you want to build an offset rear? You can do that too. You might have to buy different stubs, like messing with the rear. I don't know how easily it'd be to do the flats because they're usually reduced. But in the front, yeah, you can move the front all over the place. And most of us aren't really trying to move the rear pumpkin around too much, I think. My friend had a wire and a battery break off, and now we can't get the solder to stick. What you'll want to do, it's probably like they might have used induction, which means it's basically welded. But what you want to do is just what I did. You want to introduce new solder to it, and that it will wick the heat a lot better, because if you just hold the tip against a solder joint, a lot of times that solder joint is set, or they're using lead free, and then you just can't bust through it. JDA 79's got 40 more minutes of work. Oh man, I wish you the best. The best. I'm glad I'm not at work right now. RC family sent. Oh yeah. AR-45 Pro rear pumpkin with the front axle long tube on both sides would probably work best. Yeah, probably. Yeah. Rear pumpkin with the front axle long tube on both sides. Yeah. Yeah, to put it in the middle. Oh, I don't know. You might still have to cut them down. That might be pretty wide. That might be like Capra wide. No. The tubes. I remembered talking about this when I was working on the 10 Pros, and that the tubes on the rear and the tube on the front, the long tube on the front, are almost the exact same length, but not the exact same length. And I don't know why they didn't. Just axial things. They make their own decisions in their own time. Did I take everything apart? I think I took it apart. Did I turn the soldering iron off? No. Let's try and, okay, I gotta check. It's been like 10 minutes since I looked last. 99.92. It might happen. We're 8 away. We're 8 away. And there were times, I don't want to get too sad here, but there were times when it felt like 10K was never going to happen. And somewhere there's scene preview. You know what? I'm going to click some buttons. And we're going to see what happens. That's list and grid. Multi-view full screen, multi-view windowed. I don't know how that works. I don't want to do that. Scene transitions? What if I open that? Nope. I don't want that. How do I close? Oh, well. I don't know how to close that. I swear, I remembered that in the early days of installing OBS, there was a little pane to where I could have previews. Like I could see what this camera is looking at, and I could see what this camera is looking at. And now I have to switch to that camera to find out what it's looking at. Where did that multi-view go? Where did multi-view go? I don't know. Oh, Riviera's headed out. I mean, I know people got work and whatnot. Mr. C, what shims do you buy for ring and pinion adjustments? I know they're CRC. Let me Google. Okay. Found them on Amazon, of all places. Part number CLN4737, Calandra Racing Concepts 7mm shims, bag of 20. Let me see if I can Google search it and see if it comes up anywhere. Yeah, they're on A-Main, $8.99 for a pack of 20. They still have them. They're on eBay. CLN4737 is the shims that I use, 7mm shims. They are 0.1, I want to say they're 0.1 millimeters thick. So you put one or two on one side or the other. I cannot recall installing a diff of any kind at any point that required more than two. So I just did a bunch of work. Oh, I did so much work on Big Chungus because I had a really dumb idea and brought that into fruition. And it only took like 24 full hours to get all that done, I would say. Starting about this time yesterday and ending about this time today. Yeah, it was good times. My Gen 9 diffs are growly. I have Trial 18% overdrive in the front. Pinion depth is probably either not deep enough or too deep. Take your pick. Bonita Creek is almost a 250. I tell you, man, anybody that is trying to do this, right? The first 1,000 takes what feels like forever. I've had individual months, okay, where I've picked up almost as many. Like when I started trying to gain subscribers, because to get to the monetization level, to get to 1,000, it took me an amount of time to go from where I was to 1,000. I do that in about a month now. And my subscriber gain is really slow. What do you think about G-Made drive shafts? Do you mean the center ones? They're pretty good. If you mean the one in the axles, yeah, they're fine. They're all right. I just subbed in the account my kids use. All right. We should be 7 away now then. 6. We're going to hit it. 99.94. I mean, how is it possible? RC Driver only has 237K. Yeah. What we do is we don't think about it. What we do is we don't think about it. Oh. Let me see if I can shake up the Teflon a little. Okay. Getting into where her bearings are is not easy. Sus is the success of shilling. Yeah. You'll get no argument from me on that. But as a wise man once said, you got to be popular to sell out. So what kills me? What kills me is going. Hey, what's up, JJ's? What kills me is going and starting and watching a channel, and you watch that channel, and you watch the change of the channel. Someone in a comment on I think it was on the member show on, taking out Bruce out into the woods and the savannas. They said this is a refreshing change after seeing, like every tire test looks like every other tire test, right? Yeah. That I take that as a compliment all around. A, I moved out of my comfort zone a little bit. That's a positive change. And B, my tire tests are still my tire tests, right? I haven't all of a sudden started really favoring something now. Yeah, and here's the thing. I don't have anything explicitly negative to say about the Reef's Crux. I think the font is horrible. That's probably the worst thing I can say about it. I like the kind of asymmetricality of it, which is a symmetrical asymmetricality, if that makes any sense. And I think that they will work somewhere. So they'll never get mounted here. Matter of fact, where's the other set? There's another set that's probably never going to get mounted here either. There they are. Oh, I mounted 2 of them. Yeah. I gotta take those apart too. We'll give those away too. So far, J Concepts still rule though. Well, I mean, yeah. So now there's 2 trail videos with Bruce? Yes. The second one is full of technical problems because well, okay, here's the thing. I have said that within my personality, I am far more willing to tell you what not to buy than I am to tell you what to buy. Who wants a TRX4 with a 4-speed transmission and a dig unit? That's just a car, isn't it? You have to use more exclamation points. I need to use as many as possible. I want to see you cut more with the element grabbers from Element. I've carved mine up quite a bit more than you have with some Majora greens, and I'm telling you, it could surprise you. Well, the thing about the Element compound is it's going to take you so far, and then it's not going to take you any farther than that. The grabber improves when you cut it. It does not improve nearly as much as a Canyon Trail when you cut it. So if I have a Canyon Trail in one hand and a grabber in the other, I'm going to take the Canyon Trail 10 times out of 10. I wish J Concepts would make a pin in green. Don't we all? Ordered Class 1 tusks yesterday. Now I got to figure out some inserts that won't hold water like a sponge. 3D and silicone and Canyon Customs. You can make Canyon Custom softs for Class 1s. The easiest way to start is to use like the Injora rubber inners and then just do fridge foam on the outside. The fridge foams really well and truly don't care about water. Is an Injora 90-degree servo enough for a sport high trail because I can't set endpoints on stock configuration? Well, 90 is, most servos are only going to throw 90 degrees or less. The servos with longer listed throw are for things like airplanes and helicopters because those radios will allow them to throw farther. So I would say most of us are only probably using about 60 degrees of travel. Who's got a servo on him? Well, that guy, no, that guy doesn't count. This guy, sort of. We gotta get this guy in the frame. Wait, we gotta get this guy in the frame. We'll give him a place to sit down as soon as we. Welcome back, everybody. It's a little late, isn't it? We've been here for half an hour. This is pertinent to the video you haven't seen yet. Okay, because what I did. So, we're at straight up and down. Yeah, that's not 90 degrees. Maybe 60. Yeah. So a 90 degree will be fine. An inability to set endpoints is going to burn you at one point or another. Looking forward to clickbait titles and all the positive reviews after 10K. Yeah. I did adjust the rearview mirror. Bill Truitt has been to that RC airport. Does anyone else think Reefs is gearing up to release a kit or RTR? If Reefs doesn't release a kit in 2025, I'll be astounded. I got 2 subscriptions to the Canyon, my old email account and this new one. Nice. So fridge foam doesn't hold water too bad. It doesn't hold it at all. Fridge foam is basically, okay, this is a piece of aquarium filter media. This won't hold water at all. The water will just pour straight through it and it won't hold it at all because I never get it right. It's either polyethylene or polyurethane. It's one or the other, the foam. And then this is fridge foam. I mean, you can tell how much water it's going to hold. It just goes straight through it. And what will hold the water is just mechanical. Just the fact that you've beadlocked a rim onto it. Water gets in there, it's going to stay in there unless you ventilated it here. And if you're planning on driving water a lot, punch like 6 or 8 holes in them to let as much water out as you can, which is what I should have done on Bruce, but I didn't. But I've been working on that guy for like 24 straight hours and have not a drop of water has come out of him. He does have some stinky dirt on him because, as I mentioned in that video, it was pretty stinky. My fridge foam is only 5mm-ish thick. Oh, okay. Hold on, wait, okay. I ordered it to test for myself because you can no longer get the ones that I like. Blue Apple Fresh Mats. Amazon Blue Apple Fresh Mats. These are the 7mm thick, and they're the big 12x15 sheets. This is basically the exact same ones that used to be the brand that I was happy about. The ones with the 2 vegetables like hugging each other on the front. I found it absolutely adorable. Blue Apple Fresh Mats. If you're ordering fridge foam, these are the ones. It was like $12.99. Oh, the stinky tires. Let's check on the progress of the stinky tires. Oh my God. I had to leave them outside. They reeked. Okay. I have a full and complete confession to make. I forgot about the stinky tires. The stinky tires have been, look at this. Look at the color of that liquid. The stinky tires have been stewing in Simple Green for a full week. Okay, I'm gonna go in for a. No, my God, they still smell a little. That's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. Okay, we'll flip. We'll put the bottoms on the top and the tops on the bottom. First off, that water has turned an impossible color. That is awful. Yeah, I can smell it. I can still smell it. You don't. No. It smells like cigarettes, feet. It smells like trash, like the bottom of a dumpster. They smell like the bottom of a dumpster is what they smell like. I am going to wash them soap and hot water. There has got to be something in them. I do put them in some turpentine. I do have a relevant analogy for that. When we were playing paintball, we're talking, this would be the late 80s, right? Just about the turn of the 1990s. There were basically only 2 places that we could go to buy stuff. One was right by Riverside Airport, and it was called Gramps and Grizzly. And the guy that worked there, Gramps smoked unfiltered Pall Mall cigarettes. Everything in that building smelled like cigarettes. The paint smelled like cigarettes. Everything smelled like cigarettes, and you couldn't get rid of it. Like a buddy of ours bought a mask there, that goes on your face, and you know how it has the foam, the gasket that goes around your face? That foam never stopped smelling like cigarettes. It was impressive. So these have that, but like in a wet trash smell. And yeah. Hey, Pro Raptor remembers Gramps and Grizzly. That and Fontana Paintball was all we had. Fontana Paintball, you bought your paintballs 100 at a time in a sandwich bag.
Gramps and Grizzlies was the same way.
No, Gramps and Grizzly, you could get Gluckenball, which was paint presumably from Germany, and it was terrible. It had the thinnest shells. Oh, it had shells the thickness of a baby's fingernail. Anyone who's ever had a baby knows what I mean by that. Yeah, just go right through like a number 11 X-Acto blade. Sharpest things ever. Put them in the washer, but then don't put them in the dryer. Wintergreen oil is good for rubber. Yes. I began to answer Mr. Tetkowski's reference, his statement before I finished reading it. Yeah. I've been trying to order oil of wintergreen because I want to get a quart of it because I really want to test going back in time and making my own tire conditioner. But good God, a quart of wintergreen oil is like $50. And I want to test it, but I don't know if I want to test it that bad. I don't want to miss it if it goes over. $99.98. $99.98. And subscribers down to 401. We sat on, well, it's up. What did Hugo say? 26? So we're actually at 427. Scale select cars in RC. First time here, just thought I'd say hi. Greetings from Latvia. Hey. Fridge foam is different from Scotch Brite, much less dense. Yes. It's a very open cell foam. Yes. Fish tank filters can be similar. 100%. Yeah. What is hard to find is filter media for aquariums that isn't semi-rigid, or carbon impregnated, because I had ordered fish tank filter media a couple times trying to get something approximating the fridge foam, because every time I get a brand of fridge foam that I like, it disappears off Amazon, and then I have to try to find another one. So that roll of Blue Apple will hold me for a while, because Tim Tins are becoming impossible to find. There's like a global Tim Tin shortage. They call it juicing tires. Yeah. Just save yourself money and get a 50-gallon. Yeah, I did see that there's a seller on Amazon where you can buy a 55-gallon drum of wintergreen oil. And really, honestly, by the gallon, it's not too bad. It was only like $500 or $600 for that 55-gallon drum. But you have to mix it with, I think it's isopropyl. It's isopropyl and wintergreen oil and maybe a third ingredient. I can't remember. I love stuff like that because I tinkered with making my own chain waxes to wax the chains on my bikes, mixing everything known to man. I ended up with straight paraffin from any store that will sell you paraffin wax, a dash of Slick 50 high mileage engine treatment, 1 puck of Mr. Zog's sex wax cold water formula, and some powdered graphite. Just a dash of powdered graphite, because the powdered graphite was like a wear indicator. If you rubbed your fingers on the chain and didn't get any graphite back, you knew that the wax had basically worn off and you needed to reapply it. The third ingredient is toluene. Well, we can't get that here. I can pretty much guarantee we can't get MEK. You definitely can't get toluene. Even after all that, I think those tires will stink. Yeah. With the Tim Tins being MIA, think of any other cheap 2-stage foam inners that would work just the same. I just ordered. You can go check them out on Amazon. I didn't post a link to them yet because A, I don't know if they'll work, and then B, people will go and buy them all up. RC Spider has got a set of 4 dual-stage inserts that are $9.
Does sell them?
No, but they're all rubber core. To get the foam core is getting increasingly difficult. So the $8.99 ones, we'll see. We're gonna find out. Hey, B-Rad D79. I realized I added a second date. That's just B-Rad 79. We use purple tire grip on our late models. We'd roll them in a roller in the night before to make the tires less sticky. Wonder if it would work on RC tires. Like Monster Grip came out with a product for a while that actually did work. But at the cost that it would be cheaper just to buy better tires. Have you attempted to cut an Endura Red to use as the Tim Tin center replacement? I have not. Primarily because the Tim Tins work great, because the guy who knows more about foam than me, I don't know, it's TPU, it's TPE, it's 3 letters together. This stuff takes to the tape and everything really well. Nothing sticks to silicone. So that the fridge is just going to keep sliding around. Made it home from work. What are we doing? I don't know. I sells dual stage. It looks like 12 for $4. I jot. Hey, 2 sets of Tim Tims coming in. Nice. Do I need to ship more fridge foam and some Bamba on the way? I need the Bamba. I need that Bamba mix. That's the one that I can't stop. It's the Bamba with the barbecue in it, with the barbecue twirls in it. It's perfect. And nobody in my family likes it, which means more for me, and that's the best way. What's the wheelbase of the guy on screen? I have this sneaking suspicion it's over 330, so I'm just going to come out now and say 330. Any overdrive or underdrive fit gears in the element axles? No. 345. If you have an element and you want to get underdrive and overdrive in it, you're going to have to either just change the axles entirely or get Diamond Pros, because the Diamond Pro will come with 2 third members, and the secondary third member will allow you to run AR44 gears, which will also be like the first time you blow out your front ring and or pinion in your element, get a Diamond Pro for it and put an AR44 gear in it. You'll be happy. I think I found another skeptical, honest RC channel, the RC Underdog. He seems like a good dude. He's down in San Diego. He's been here a couple times. He is the greatest impediment to his own success, in which he does not post regularly, nor routinely. If you post a 7-minute video and then your next video is 44 minutes and then the video after that is 6 minutes, YouTube goes, YouTube either wants you to go full exo-caged and upload 7 to 9 minute videos multiple times a day, every single day. Consistency, bam, 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 feed the machine. Or I just keep throwing the same, I aim for about the same length. Ladies and gentlemen, the system has turned off the emote things. Otherwise, like, I used to be able to do this and it would make balloons, but we can't do the balloons anymore. And if you did this, it would do fireworks. But OBS turned them off, and it said all you have to do is click on this little video camera icon and then it will do it. No, it doesn't. It doesn't do anything. Wait. Okay. Maybe they mean the little camera icons on here. Nope. No, there's nothing on here. What about in the gear? No. Camera in camera? Would we be able to tell? Picture's pretty bad. Yeah, I'm bummed. I can't do it again. Yeah, 10K, hit 10K. So there we go. Now we can officially stupid cable. We can give stuff away, and we're not faking the funk, because we actually hit 10K. And now, and you know what I feel? Nothing. I feel nothing. I never, and I mean it when I say it, I never thought I would hit 10,000. Organized Chaos OBS is, we're going to go a little bit ninth dimension. This is OBS up here. OBS, we're on version 31.0.1. This is my streaming software. Right here, there should be a square showing me analytics, but I can't even log into my own chat. So we've dropped 0 frames out of 95,000 and change. And as a lifelong baseball fan, I love me some minutia. Oh, yeah. You know what I should be doing? I should be putting things on the wheel, like for real. What I want to do is see if I can't stack. Like, can I have chat? There's an always on top button. Always on top. Okay. So now if I click this, does it stay? No, it doesn't stay. All right. We're going to have to find chat window. Yeah, it's like when you turn 17, it's not that much different from 16. Bonita Creek, your age is showing. I have no recollection at all of that age. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cover a bit of my own screen up. Okay, first I need to unclick always on top. because now it won't let me drag my chat window on top of my view window. There we go. Ah, no, come on. There. Don't move. Okay. All right. So, what we'll be able to do, because where did it go now? Every time I go to type, it disappears. Oh my God. It's genuinely going to be easier to get the damn laptop. You got a commuter with 5. All right. I'm just turning on. Also, don't. Okay. I went from 0 vehicles with driver figures, and then I don't know what happens. Something, yes, for the sawtooth. I don't know what happens, but then the next thing you know, you have like 7 vehicles with driver figures in them, and then it just the cascade is begun.
Rick's painted for the driver figure.
And then you start buying them. And it's just another subset of things. Let's hope this thing has a battery in it. I hear a battery. It's restarting. Oh, joy. So, don't stop. Okay, anybody who said put my name in it, it's already gone. It's already off the front. So when I say, hey, start giving me your names, then start giving me your names. What the hell? Okay, why is this thing being so stupid? Oh, it updated. Gross. I haven't opened this computer in a minute. Bear with me here. CrawlerCanyon.net is just a white page that says under construction. Chat names. If it's an assumption asks real names or chat names, it's got to be your chat name. Look, guys, listen. I can never remember if it was Kanye West or Eminem, but there is 1,000 of you and only 1 of me, and then you have a different email, screen name, Discord name, and real name, and then you're like, hey, it's so-and-so, and I'm like, I don't know who you are. Then people still ask me, what's your email? Same as it's always been. Of always. So I'm gonna get this. So we're gonna have to do the same janky jank where I aim a camera at it. Wow. I don't know if this is long enough. I think it is. I don't know if this will zoom in enough for us to be able, for you all to be able to see it. I can only go to 1.2 power zoom. It still has the names from last time. They're all still in there. That doesn't help us now. We're gonna have to delete them. You need a miniature car horn on every truck. I wish. Bruce needs a driver with that sideway pinned hat. That would be cool. Man, that would be cool. That's what happens when you get the big time. Everything has to reboot. Yeah, man. Daphne does count as a figure, I would say. Oh, and Erwin's already here. Good. So we can start writing names down. I said I would wait. And we waited. Now it's just going to sit on... Oh, and it has to... Geez. I hope it goes over 10,000 because the system does like a little auto purge every once in a while. And then you'll just lose like 10 or 12 subscribers. Just voom, they just disappear. Trying to find the keyboard. Because me and a laptop keyboard do not get along. the ham hands you see. All right. That's how you know we've made the big time. We're doing everything exactly as we've done it before. Oh, before I start typing. So I bought this guy a while. I didn't say to start start doing names. I didn't say yet. I bought this Ultimate Ash because I have a $30 hard cap. They're doing the names. Disqualified. I didn't say give me your names yet. Then everybody's going to be asking, is my name in it? And I'm going to be like, I don't know. So don't ruin Wheel of Names for me. I just ordered from They Live because it's Roddy Piper. I don't have a vehicle for it. How do you not buy Bob Ross? So I got Bob Ross. And then I'm a sucker for G.I. Joe Ultimates. So there's the Lady J with the multiple heads. I don't have a single vehicle that fits any of these. I'm going to use these as a laptop stand right now. So I've just ordered a bunch of figures and I don't have any vehicles to put them in. I guess you know what that means. Gotta build more vehicles.
Did you say you got Shake the Snake? What was the first one you got? You said you got?
Ash from Evil Dead.
You said you got a wrestler.
Oh, I got Roddy Piper when he was in They Live, which is pretty great. Yeah, I didn't say Troy Says. So when I say Troy Says, give me your names, then that will be when you give me your names.
You just said it.
Bob Ross would Bob Ross would be great in the passenger seat in Bruce because he's about a 6.5-inch figure and you need a 10-inch figure to fit in that vehicle, so he would look like a child Bob Ross. I might have to buy you one of those jumbo-sized keyboards and mouse. I almost bought one of those keyboards for people with, it's basically built for people with disabilities. So they had 1-inch keys. Instead, I got this Keychron, which is, they're pretty big. And it's pretty good. It's a good mechanical. It was on sale. It's not the kind of thing I would ordinarily spend money on. Names for what? Mike Chili Eskimo Stoltz is doing it right. Oliver, that's not even all of them. That's not even all of them. Because, I mean, how different is it, really? Right? Once you've started to fall down the endlessly bumpy staircase of buying a bunch of useless stuff, you start buying more useless stuff to go with your other useless stuff. You already have more of those clicky. I do have a clickety. It's not too loud. Yeah, I don't think I have anybody from Star Trek. I don't think I do. Because really it comes down to size. Like they have to make a figure in the right, like it has to be the right scale. Yeah, see, Ash would make the most sense in the TJ since his real name is Bruce. And, oh, I forgot one. This has been here forever. So I've probably had this since the movie came out, but it's 12-inch, and that is not fitting in Bruce. Bruce needs a 10-inch. He won't even fit. But yeah, I've had this for forever. Oh, I would love to put that in there, but I also don't want to cut it up. So don't be a keyboard snob. They're worse than Vanquish snobs. No, I just want the Super 7 Lemmy. Don't get me started. I just want a keyboard that I make the least amount of typing errors on because, like, it's still normal size keys, and, you know, if you can cover the entire alphabet with one hand, you are going to have a really hard time finding a keyboard that doesn't infuriate you. I keep Alexander preoccupied from buying useless stuff. I have a special request before things get wild. Jay Lucen can't be here. Can we please add him when the time comes? He gets a special concession, so I will put his name on the wheel. I've shortened the legs for Bruce's figures for you. Yes. Yeah, just about a collector's. It's Briscoe County Jr. Are there any Rocketeer dolls? Probably. Found a 9-inch Buffy the Vampire Slayer for the sawback. Nice. Oh yeah. If you want to go down a road you really should not go down, open a tab. Go to Amazon. Type in 1/7, 1/7 scale, either figure or action figure, and get ready for the results, because there's a particular type of vended figure that comes in a 1/7 scale. Got a couple of silicone joined. Killer Body of Land Rover fits 12-inch. Well, half of one. Need a Jim Carrey. Yes, the action figure rabbit hole is 100% real. A Justin Bieber and a Britney Spears. Nice. I'm going to wait. Oh, well, I mean, it is 1 o'clock. I guess we can put names in at 1. Yes, Bill Truitt has definitely searched for 1/7 scale figures because clothing is really optional on those. No, it's all anime figures that are the categoric opposite of the anime figures that I have. I have a Luffy and a Luffy and a Luffy and a Spike Spiegel and an Alphonse from Full Metal Alchemist. And honestly, like, I've gone to the stores that carry that particular type of figure, and I don't want to knock in. I don't want to yuck anybody's yum, but I don't know who buys those. I don't know who buys those. Like I would feel weird. There was a guy standing in line in front of us when we were waiting at Anime Expo 2 years ago, and I still remember his shirt. And I was like, he's wearing that in public? That's not okay. I know this is a safe space, but like, geez. What's the height of a 1/10 scale figure? It should be 6 inches. Or it should be 7.2 inches. Like, and that's the thing. None of the toy cars that we have are 10th scale, except for like a RC 4-wheel drive stuff, like a Marlin is 10th scale. So then like 6-inch G.I. Joes are perfect. We've got a 6-inch G.I. Joe in Zorana. I put one in CJ Joe. They really need to be the Super 7s. The Super 7 would be about the perfect size for those vehicles. It's entirely just about, 6 inches, supposedly 1/12, right? But, all right. Are you ready? Where's my bag? I was in the craft store yesterday. They now make knockoffs of the Tamiya weathering system, and they cost $5. Like, it's identical down to the case. Identical. $5. So, did I need it? No. Did I buy it? Yes. I went down there because I need a chrome pen, because my chrome pen ran out of sauce. So I bought this chrome pen and this chrome pen and this chrome pen and some silver Sharpies for a different purpose, and also this chrome pen, which calls itself liquid chrome. This is magical. I don't understand this one. It all flows together and then dries, and it turns into a mirror. Apparently to some unpopular, the Hobby Lobby, look, I'll eat a Chick-fil-A sandwich. I don't want to get involved in the politics of places that sell chicken or crafts. I just know that, like, when you can buy a paint marker today in 2025 for $1.99, I can't. I bought the big one. This is the one I had before. I remembered it. The Deco Color Premium is great. They actually call it silver. They don't call it chrome. That chrome pen was $3.99. It's amazing. Oh, but what I was talking about. So what we'll do is Mayberry Street Miniatures, 1/12 scale. So $3.79, Mayberry Street Miniatures. So how big, like, that's his size. That's the size fishing pole he would have, and he's like a foot tall. If that's 12th scale, which it says right down at the bottom. What? Yeah. Like, are fly fishing poles taller than humans?
Yes.
Are they?
Most fishing poles are over 6 feet.
I'm not getting it. Like, just looking at the size of the reel.
My camcorder was 7.5 feet.
If that is 12 scale. Well, also, they had a set of garden tools that they also call 12 scale. And then they had a 12 scale figure next to it. And this spade was taller than the person. I'm not saying I've tried every shovel, but I have a couple shovels. And, like, okay, so let's say that this is a 7-foot fly rod. Well, then that's a good 6'4" shovel. Google says 6 foot to 18 foot for fly rods. You get an 18. Somebody find me a picture of an 18-foot fly rod.
Yes. I would love to see that as well.
Yeah, that fishing pole looks like a saltwater rig. Also, if that is a 7-foot fishing pole, that is a trout that would get you in the local magazine. Because that's like a 20-inch trout. It would weigh like 3 pounds. I don't care what anybody says, that's a trout. But yeah, scale, a man's shovel. A manly man's shovel. Oh, well, okay, you know what, screw it. I'm going to open the bag and lose it. I want to put the shovel in or on Bruce. Yeah, that actually looks pretty appropriate, right? But we'll bust this out. So this is acknowledgedly 1/6 scale because you can put a 12-inch figure in here, no problem. And here is the shovel from the 1/6 scale Jeep. Huh. What? Huh. Yeah, everything was at Hobby Lobby. Hobby Lobby has got everything. Everything. So the scale that they say that it is doesn't really. Lumpkin Muffins has a 10-foot, 12-foot, and 14-foot fly rod. How do you get a 14-foot fly rod anywhere?
They break down.
Oh.
They're not one piece. Some are, but most of them break down.
Howdy, Mr. C. Love the FMS rig sound system. Would you be able to do a short driving and around on your course? Yeah. Driver 8's got it right. Makes sense. 12 is bigger than 6. It is. Ah! The rake has got a bent tine on it. Rust tin garden tool set, scale 1/12. $2.99. And it's got a hoe and I don't know, like a tiller. Figured I'd put some stain on the handles, you know. I think that shovel isn't too out of scale, although now that I'm looking at it, it looks kind of big. We'll wait until the British men are here, are shipped over here for the driving. Didn't mean 12-inch. Yeah, the scale things to 1/1 is a fun game. It really is. Hobby Lobby mostly has the Holy Ghost and Jesus. Not here. There is I'm not kidding you. I am not kidding you. The selection of items that say man cave outnumber the number of things with any religious affiliation, at least at the Hobby Lobby that's local to us. It's one of the only places to buy airbrush paints. It's one of the only places to go buy paintbrushes, because if the chatter on the internet is to be believed, Joanne Crafts is going bankrupt within the next 60 days because they're in what receivership or whatever. They're looking for a potential buyer because their debts have exceeded their income. So there'll be no more Joanne. And all of these, I probably own 30 of these, and these are from Joanne. They're for beads, so they have the little rounded bottoms, and they're perfect. And they're even hard to find when Joanne is not going out of business. The guys that own it, so you can't see the Jesus. Oh, yeah, no. Like I said, I don't want to get into the political discourse of corporations. Chick-fil-A, I don't care what the chicken restaurant thinks about who should get married. As I said when that whole thing came about, shut up and make the chicken, right? Like, I don't care. It's business 101. Don't alienate the people that make your business survive. So I don't get it. But I'm not going to stop going to Hobby Lobby, right? Like they have an opinion on something. They're not writing policy. If Hobby Lobby got elected to the Senate, I might have an issue with Hobby Lobby, the corporation, lobbying. See what I did there? For change in social policy. And the same for the chicken restaurant. You'll have to buy them at Michael's for twice the price. Someone on that thread that I was reading said, why don't they just smush? Half the stuff they sell at Michael's, they don't sell at Joann's, and half the stuff they sell at Joanne started out, it was Joanne Fabric and Crafts. I've been going to Joanne because my grandmother was a seamstress. I've been going there since I was wee high to a grasshopper. And it will be crazy to me that I get to watch yet another thing of my childhood go away, because we're watching everything of our collective childhoods go away. Right? Remember Sega? Remember when Sega was a thing? That's gone. Forget Sega. Think about auto parts stores. Think about how many different auto parts stores that there used to be. And now there's nothing. They're all gone because, well, you can't work on cars anymore. Sears is gone. The malls are husks of their former selves. Shut up and make the chicken. Yeah, there it is. Sega is still very much a thing. No, it is not. No, that is an insane thing to claim. They used to make consoles. They had games. They had stand-ups. Any Sega existing today exists in the same frame that Airtronics exists today, or any of the others that exist today. Well, they're gone. Atari still technically exists, I think. I know they probably went through a chapter something at one point. Those things are gone. Like, Sega still owns naming rights on a lot of stuff. They probably still own what, Sonic? They still own Sonic? Sega gonna come out with a new console or handheld anytime now? No. The ones that are still making them are still, it's amazing that Sony and Nintendo are still making those, because these exist. These killed, the smartphone killed half of the entertainment device market. Because what's the point? So they're just going to play it on their phone. Remember? Kids don't even know what controllers are anymore. Left calls it canceling, right calls it boycotting. Yeah. Ben & Jerry's somehow seems more intolerable than Chick-fil-A and Hobby Lobby. Here's the thing about Ben & Jerry's. I don't care about their politics either. They're from Vermont, so they should get a soft pass, right? Because that's where all of them... But if you think I'm paying $7.99 for a pint of ice cream, you're on something more expensive than Ben & Jerry's. That is wild. I'm still angry that it's no longer half a gallon. But what is it? A 1.5 quarts? Get out of here with that. Exact same way where I am. Very little Jesus stuff, mainly a lot of hobby parts, airbrushes, and all kinds of stuff. Yeah. Like, they have full-on artist's grade stuff on one end, kitschy crap, wind chimes, stuff for your garden, more vinyl and sheet stock than you can imagine from anywhere. They have a whole aisle that's just jars of different sizes and shapes. Scuba Steve says, whoa, I work for an auto parts store. I remember when you could go to an auto parts store and discuss the issue and they could help. Yeah. Atari still makes consoles. Oh, all right. Demolition Man is proving to be too accurate. God, I hope that they don't all end up Taco Bell. Never been to a Hobby Lobby in my life, but I know Joanne because my mom sews. Yeah, I've been going to Joanne forever. Try to play me out like as if my name was Saga is that old. Yeah. How about genetically manufactured Popeye's chicken? I don't know. Popeye's biscuits are too dry, so I don't go to Popeye's. They also hid the Popeye's behind the Starbucks, so from the street you can't see it, so I never even remember that it exists. Oh, Sega is bigger than ever. They make gambling machines in Asian casinos. There you go. There you go. Go to where the money is. Ben & Jerry's is overpriced for very mediocre ice cream. I still have an old Airtronics transmitter Blazer. I still have an Airtronics CS2P. Did I miss the giveaway? No. There's a company out there now re-releasing Atari 2600s, which is crazy because, as somebody pointed out, you could fit every Atari game ever made for the 2600 and 5200 on this watch like 200 times, something like that. So re-releasing a console, it must be inside. There's like one chip in there like that. And we will finally get to find out how the 3 seashells work. That's true. Ice cream is 100% of quality over quantity for me. I'd rather pay $7 a pint for high-quality ice cream than $4 for a half gallon of mostly air. Here's the thing. $7 a pint, I can go down to a place that is making the ice cream in that building, and they made it this morning. I can go down. There's a place in Newport Beach, right by the pier, right by the wedge, where they make their gelato in-house, and a double scoop of it doesn't cost as much as a pint of Ben & Jerry's. I would rather drive to Orange County, which is a screaming nightmare, and buy handmade gelato for $7 for 2 scoops than I would spend it on Ben & Jerry's, which got here on a truck, on a refrigerated truck, and was made in a factory. So it isn't about the politics, it's about value. Sega still makes games. Ever heard of the Yakuza series? Yakuza series are some of the most insane video games ever made. What camera is inside the FJ40? And what was the problem with that other don't buy camera? The camera inside the FJ40 is a now ancient Sony AS100V action cam. Sony basically no longer makes action cams. I bought that camera over 10 years ago. It's long since discontinued. I bought a camera on Amazon called the Ice Fox 4K whatever because it had decent reviews and even some little videos that were talking it up. The footage was catastrophically bad. It basically took still shots it took about 1 frame per second. And there was no way that I could manipulate the footage or import the footage or export the footage in any way that made it viewable. The audio was also god awful, absolutely terrible. And the still shots, any of the still frames that you see from that, are screen caps of the video from the Ice Fox, completely overblown, overexposed, blown out. It showed great promise, and then I learned why you don't spend that amount of money. I mean, when Walmart became Supermart, Walmart, most of the Tops grocery stores shut down. I don't know what a Tops grocery store is. Growing up, had an Atari and a ColecoVision. I had an Intellivision 2. Bill Truitt hasn't eaten sand from the wedge in a long time. You will eat sand at the wedge. You will. All Atari games take up something like 10 megabytes. Yeah. In the 1960s, the Hobby Lobby near me sold plane, car, and boat kits. Yeah. Making ice cream isn't even that hard. Sfax is 100% right. It's not that hard. I've watched people on YouTube do it. Ben and Terry's tastes cheap. I love gelato, but gelato is an ice cream. Watch out. Don't come at the Italians with that. Came for the crawlers, staying for the ice cream. Yes. They just built 3 more Taco Bells in my city. Taco Bell has such a tenuous foothold here. We've got one of those Taco Bell KFC merge things. It is less than 1 mile from my house. I routinely forget that it exists. Ooh, Tillamook is about 2 hours from me, and you can visit the factory and get fresh cheese and ice cream. Tillamook ice cream is so good in my mouth. My son, my oldest, refuses to eat it. He goes, it's too fancy. He likes store brand cookies and cream. I won't be able to be here for the giveaway. I have to take my son to the DMV for his permit test. Wish me luck. Ooh, I had to take mine twice. I had never known Hobby Lobby was a religious company, if not for people complaining about it on the internet. Yeah, King Kong is 100% right. You would never know if people weren't yelling about it. Was Intelligent the one with the vector graphics and screen overlays? No, it was the one that the controller looked like a cell phone almost. It had a number pad on it, and the controller at the bottom was like a little wheel that you kind of turned and pressed. And I played a lot of Burger Time. Burger Time. I live in a town with 2,000 people, and we have $3 Dollar Generals. Not for long. They are closing a lot of those. I grew up with Atari and Nintendo. My first was then TurboGrafx. I went to TurboGrafx after my Intellivision. I've made ice cream in 2 Ziploc bags. Yeah, I mean, I was never even a Boy Scout, and we did the bag with the salt and then the bag with the ingredients inside that, and then like an ass, you just maul that bag in your hands for like 2 hours and get something that vaguely resembles ice cream. If you can make ice cream in 2 Ziploc bags in the forest, ice cream is not that hard. Blue Bunny, you can, like, some supermarkets around here will stock it, and they'll have like 4 flavors. So Blue Bunny never really made it here, or they just haven't made it here yet. Trader Joe's chocolate ice cream is the best chocolate ice cream. Changed my mind. I'm going to go to the Trader Joe's and buy the chocolate ice cream because I love a chocolate ice cream. And you know what? I will test you on that.
Chocolate ice cream.
What's the wedge? Is that Pirates Cove in Corona Del Mar? No, it's a section of breakwater that's right by Newport Pier. It's called the wedge. And because when the waves come in, they kind of go dink. They doink off that breakwater. And what happens is, there's something about the water speeding up and slowing down. So what happens is, as you all know or don't, like people who don't live near the ocean, a wave isn't about water coming in. It's the meeting of the water going out. So water going out meets water coming in, and it raises up and it makes a wave. So what can happen at the wedge, if the conditions are very wedgy, is the water going out gets sucked up into the wave, into the back of the wave. I know this is the face. I don't know what they call the back of the wave. It gets sucked up into there, and what will happen is, here is wave, and down here, sand, baby, just sand. All the water has gone out. So when you go to drop into the wave, you look down, and it's just the ground. And then you go, boof, and you eat sand. It's great. But when the conditions are perfect, it makes some gnarly waves. Who said bonk? Yeah. TurboGrafx, yes. Yes, it was bonk. Bonk's Adventures and Bonk's Revenge. Thrifty ice cream was great. Dustin Woodham forgot having a TurboGrafx. Somewhere in a box right up here is a Turbo Duo, which could play discs. Discs! Like that predated even the PS1. And then I got a PS1, and then that was it. I ended up a PlayStation guy. Okay, so whose name was I supposed to use? Tony says, if you want a thing, put your name in. Put put my name in, right? Don't say I want to be in it. Don't say that. Say put my name in. Say those words. So if you don't say put my name in, you're not going in. Tony says put my name in. You want to know how many cars you can buy with that duo? Why? Is it worth a lot? There it is. Okay. Hold on. Whoa. Okay. I'm just going to wait for it to stop. Literally, guys.
Calm down, meow.
Guys. I'm just standing here with my arms crossed, like this, like I'm here. They are crossed arms, guys. Like I'm disappointed. You have no idea how fast that surged by. Like they're gone. They're gone. I'm gonna have to scroll back up. Like I guys. Come with me, and you'll see. Are you ready? Watch this. Here's where we are right now. Chat waterfall. Guys. It's going to take me 15 minutes to type those names in. Anything you say, anybody saying put your name in now, I cannot help you. Okay, so I got that one. My wife is right. I need a person.
I am not a person.
No. The guy over there is not a person because he can't see. Jonathan D. JD. And it's probably going to drop to the bottom at some point. And then I'm going to lose my spot. So you're just hang out amongst yourselves for a little while. Because then I'll be 10 minutes behind on the chat.
You want me to sub in doing the channel for you?
And again, no caps makes things go a lot faster. Also, raising the keyboard up really helped. Henry N. Okay, I can scroll a little bit. What I wanted to do is not move. 88. That one I know. David Hiscock. Colby Deck. Espresso-matic. Mr. Man. Dead Meat Muff Racing. Can even scroll a little bit. Brandon M. Robert John Lund. truck guy. These are gonna be really these are gonna be really tight on the on the wheel. That's two T's. Okay, a lot of names are gonna be misspelled. But I got big fingers. Hey, look, don't put my name in. Nice. RGRC. RC. 625. I don't know if that's right, but it's close enough. I'll know who it means. And Assumption Rascals RC. JDA 799 Driver 8. Guy 307M. Now, I don't have nearly the mental capacity to remember it. Like if you've said put my name in more than once, that's just not fair to everybody else because yeah, unless your name stands out to me. Roads, RC Family. CGRC. Is that right? Did I get that right? Yeah. Michael. You know what would be great? No, if I could see it. So basically, imagine that this is the monitor with the names on it, and then the keyboard is right over here behind you. So I have to turn around, look at it, and turn around. I wanted to be typing them right up here, but I can't see chat and the window at the same time. As soon as I click on the window, the chat disappears. I should have been saying them out loud as I'm typing them in, right? Charles Hurley, Mitchell Peters. I can only do two at a time. Big Mike's RC and Quick Ren. Big Mike's RC. Tony Gregg and Jay Lobos. Jay Lobos 351. Hey, got that right. Swampers RC. Oh yeah, Jay Lee's already in. Swampers RC and Leadfoot Customs. Yeah, they're almost unreadable on the wheel at this point. Fire Phoenix RC Gorilla Design. Fire Phoenix RC. I already forgot. Gorilla Design. Gorilla Design. Vrith. Dustin Woodham. Vrith. Andre Rosu wants to be last. Too bad! You're going in the middle! Andre Rosu is number 62. Brogy and Pro Raptor. Brogy. Pro Raptor. If Pro Raptor wins, he has to drive here and pick it up. Top quality Phi, which I swear, I see it as top quality F1 every time I see it. Because that I just looks like a 1. Benjamin. That's an easy one. There's been a Benjamin and an Alexander.
And a Ben Webby.
No, I mean they're just like it's just there. It's just one name. Neil Daniels, I'd say put my name in, but you won't send it if I win. That is correct. you already won one. David Wickersham. Put my name in. Is that what I say? I'm also not shipping to him. If he wins, he has to drive here and pick it up. It's part of the rules. Oh, it jumped. It jumped. It jumped. It jumped. Oh my God. Okay, Andre. I found Andre. I remembered a comment that I remembered. Okay, then we were at David Wickersham. If David Wickersham's not from Britain, I won't know what to do with myself. Okay, we got that one. I said chat waterfall. Names. Put my name in. Found one. Found one. Spencer. B-Rad 79. I remember, see? Which is just Brad. I realize that now. Dumb question for the group. Oh, that's not for me. Are we doing names now? If so, for organized chaos. So when I scroll, I can see, oh, I'm so far from the bottom. Is there any software with to put the names in for like with Twitch? Maybe. Neil Daniels, Napster K. Wait. Neil Daniels, you sneaky. Tried to sneak in. If only OBS worked. Oh, man. Oh, from your lips to God's ears. Zach Mashek. Probably misspelled that. Just wait and have a drink. Yeah. Could you not just copy paste the chat participants into the wheel of names? If people weren't interspersing every other chat thing in the middle. Did it stop? Nope.
I told them to chat among themselves.
I did. I'm just trying to minimize misspelling so I stop having to go back. Too late to put my name in? No, it is not. Kenneth. Jason Nichols. Did I add that? I don't think I did. I figure if I say them out loud, it will help. Colby Deck. I've seen that name before. Colby Deck. Big. These they're getting really narrow. Kenneth already said put his name in. RC Zilla. I don't remember seeing that one. Jerry Watson asked if he missed it, which means he wants in. He didn't ask, but now I'm just assuming. And I'll read them off. So I'll read them off. We'll do that. Yeah, Vegas will be easy shipping. Yeah, 100%. Oh, I jumped. It jumped. Okay, wait. It didn't jump. Oh, I'm close. I'm close. We're near the bottom. Thank God for the flashing thing. You'd think this had just stopped. Who's number 37 on the list? Oh.
Is that where Roar Rose when he won?
Add me, please. Bonita Creek. Bonita Creek was number 82. Did Traxxas discontinue the TRX4 Sport Kit? Yes. That purple is Tamiya metallic purple. Not from Britain, from Utah. David Wickersham? That is not a Utah name. Good for you.
Doesn't sound like a Mormon name either.
Have you thought about testing the new Endura rock buggy, the Capra clone? I was just looking at the site called Live Reacting. So I might do it, but I don't know if you have to pay. You probably do. And I made it to the bottom. I made it to the bottom.
Holy crap.
I made it to the bottom. Napster K's name did not get skipped. It is in there. I know that because if it kind of stands out to me at all, I remember that it's in there. Okay, so there are currently 83 people. That's the Endura Capra. I've started working on it a little bit. I just tinker with it. So to anyone who said put my name in and your name is Gray, that's how that works. Did I go above 10K or did I fall back under 10K? 10,002. So gray names are not eligible. Before we did the last giveaway, giveaways are for members. That is a members perk, which also drives a lot of people. Will delete all names for no longer 10K strong. It says 10,002 on my screen. So that's two more. So 10,002 is obviously better than 10,000 because it's two more. So I got to, or I did, whether I got to or not, I did skip over a lot of names because if your name is Gray, you don't go on the thing. We will make sure that we get like if I missed you. Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna start from the top. Let me see if I can do this via arrows. I can. Okay. Crazy Man asks, anyone got their sights on the Executioner chassis? Funny you should mention. After the flurry of memberships purchased in the gift memberships, already ordered one. So Sfax doesn't want to win a rig, he wants to win cheap garbage. Okay, we can line that up.
If you win the rig,
we can line that up. Two more, so you're giving away two more. It's not one per. RC Jeep Guy. I don't think RC Jeep Guy was in. Okay, but wait. I realize there's a small delay. Blue name means moderator. But he's not eligible to win because I already gave him one. He just, like, the one that he got hasn't even gotten to him yet. So here's what's gonna happen. Here's what's gonna happen. Rain, if you have Amazon, you can buy it on Amazon. That's where that one's from. The Endura nylon rock buggy for 10.2 and Capra. SCX 10-06. I think that's OG. It looks like 0G, but I think it's OG. It's pretty close to identical to a Capra cage. Okay, so I am going to, well, here we are. All right. I'm going to read down the 83 names that I have in the wheel. And if I don't say if I don't say your name and you ask me to put your name in, say, you didn't put my name in, comma, put my name in. Starting from the top, he's not here, but he goes in anyway. Jay Leeson at the top. DHF Hades, Aaron Schmidt, Scuba Steve, Sloth Squatch, Jonathan D, JD Duncan, Psycho Garage 13, Mark Tree, Jimbo 76, Ed Scrivener, Whiskers 762, John Lau, Vegas Steve, Bouncing Noise, Henry N, Ben Webby, Matthew 91188, Miata Commuter, David Hiscock, Colby Deck, Espresso-Matic, Mr. Man, Dead Meat, Muff Racing, Alexander, Brandon M, Robert Johnland, Truck Guy, Jason Tetkowski, Mike Cross, Bill Truitt, JP Wirt, RGRC. I got these numbers transposed, I know it. 62516521615265221. Anyway, RGRC with numbers after it. Anna, I jumped too far. I jumped my own thing too far. An Assumption, Rascals RC, JDA 79, Filthy 505, Driver 8, Guy 307M, Sal Trippin, Thomas Byers, Barry Rhodes, RC Family, CJRC, Bloopa, Michael Horn, Colin Draper, Savage Okie, Charles Hurley, Mitchell Peters, Big Mike's RC, Quick Ren, Tony Gregg, Jay Lobus, 351, Swampers RC, Leadfoot Customs, Fire Phoenix RC, Gorilla Design, Vrith, V-R-I-T-H, Vrith, Dustin Woodham, Andre Rosu, Barogi, Pro Raptor, Top Quality F.I., Benjamin, David Wickersham, The Hentai Bible, Spencer Tidd, Brad 79, Organized Chaos, Napster K, Zach Mashek, The Other Sock, Kenneth, Jason Nichols, Colby Deck, Big Good-Looking Fella, RC Zilla, Jerry Watson, Mark Saxton, Bonita Creek, Matthias H. End of list. Whew! Feel like I work in an airport. You know what? Jeremy's in. I didn't know. See? How would I know that's you? How would I know that's you? Jeremy's name is Gray, but he gets a pass here because he saved all of us money because we sent Erwin, the Flanco went to him on an airbase in Germany, and then he forwarded it to Belgium and saved us like $70. The cost to ship to Belgium is criminal. No, Ed's a member now.
Oh, I thought he was dodging him.
Team Revolt wasn't in?
I thought he already won. He sent him a truck.
That's true. That's true. I didn't put my name in. Yeah, Mark Saxton is in there. Sputtercrawler wants to be in, but not for the rig. Okay. Butter, and we'll put a Sputtercrawler asterisk. Where's the asterisk? It's on the 8. I found it. I found the asterisk. You didn't add me in Jipper1. I probably misspelled that. Oh. Clark. BMFRC. Are you giving away a rig? If so, take me out. Oh, man. Okay, we're not taking it out. If it lands on you, we'll mail you something you don't want. I have your address somewhere. I'll mail you something you don't want. RC Jeep guy. It'd be easier to have a list of memberships on the side. It's got to be way shorter than subs. Yeah, but there's 90 entries in here, and we currently have 427 members. Crazy Man and Matthew. Crazy I didn't put... No, Lumpkin Muffins is right there.
Yeah, you just put that one in.
Oh, I did. Oh, okay. Yeah, mail him the foams. Oh, he's in for not the truck. If you don't want the rig, you get the stinky tires. Yes. Do you want me to make a form for the website that collects people's names? Yeah, but then you see...
non-members and...
Also, they have to be here. This is a must be present to win thing. Shaker MT dropping the 10. I'd be happy with just some stickers or a shock stand. Send me an email, man. Cross keys crawlers, yes, you need to be a member. Yes. Like a form that people would use before a giveaway to collect people's names. Oh, I mean, we could. We could. 10 more. Oh, yeah. Speaking, oh, yeah. Miata Commuter just mentioned it as I was about to. The Sawtooth. Like, it went brip, and then 2 days, and then it rolled off, and 53 people rolled off in one day. All the way out in North Carolina. I'm reading the live reacting blog. It looks like they would do it. Oh. Kenneth said put me in, but I think you missed him. No, I'm almost positive. Yeah, he's right between the other sock. Hey, the other sock said take him out. He was right between the other sock and Jason Nichols. I was like, I kind of remember all of the ones that are just first names. It wouldn't exclude non-members, though. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. You just sent me back to 4107. I thought you would have put some stuff. I didn't put any stickers in the box? Oh, my God. Okay, Cross Keys Crawlers just entered, so Cross Keys.
How many people are watching the live stream?
I have no idea. I can't see that.
You can't see it.
If you create a community poll, can you see who's selected? No, I cannot. I have not. $16 a month. Oif. Yeah, Cross Keys. Now you have a whole bunch of members content to go back and watch because now all of a sudden I start making that. And there's the Discord. You can join the Crawl Canyon Discord, and there's a members only section on the Discord. Could you throw stickers, shock stands in with my boxes, maybe swab a bottle of bubble juice? Yeah, 100%. Yeah, all you need to do is remind me to do it. is remind me to do it. Because I can get you bubble juice. Because I have like 10 of these. I'm never going to go through them. Like, look at the dust building up. I also, if you'll recall, I bought a whole quart. So you can get yourself your very own. Look how it. Let's see if it'll do the unsettle. That's just Molly Bedinum turning into a cloud. You gotta get the ball bearing loose. Ooh, yeah. So I can send you one of those too. The only thing I don't ship in boxes is batteries because shipping services get real mad. How do you enter this giveaway? If he asked, that means he wants in it. M. Davin 44. Oh, bubble juice is another name for whiskey, isn't it? I mean, it could be. But no, that's actually bubble juice. Before it goes into the Dauber bottles, it looks just like this. Dollar store bubbles. Dollar store bubbles. I have 2 bottles that I use. Here is my regular. This is my main bottle. This is what I mount tires with for tire tests. And then I have the bottle that I use when mounting tires that have already been mounted before. So it's disgusting. It's like what you would pull out of the bottom of a water, like a pond that has formed from runoff. It even stinks a little bit because it's got like so much mold release on it. The pronunciation of molybdenum cracks me up every time. Molybdenum is awesome. Molybdenum. How? I mean, they didn't. I didn't choose to put LYBD together. Molybdenum. I wonder what customs would think Bubble Juice is here. My juice. I wish there was an option for a one-off payment year's membership. So do I. So do I. Can you add me, Mr. Didn't I? Yeah, you're right there. Carl Life's on there. Did I get excluded from this? No. I definitely said Charles Hurley.
Yeah, you said Charles Hurley.
Yeah, you're way up there. You're like in the top 30. What is the giveaway? So what we're going to do, as Shaker asked, Bertel FPV just joined. So Bertel. I'll do caps on that one so it'll be easy to see. We're giving this away without the battery. You don't get that. Fits an 850, 650. You might be able to get a 1300 in there. Actually, yeah, I would say maybe the 1300 is about as big as you can go. Molybdenum? Molybdenum. RC Jeep guy's in there. Yeah, he's right there. Okay. Stunod. Did I add Stunod?
I don't remember that name.
Stunod, I don't remember. We need a couple more. Bob Hedges. Excellent. I've never won a rig, but I have bought and supported a few. Yeah, he does. Neil Daniels asked if he was in because he was on Da Bog. Wait, we got to add Bob Hedges. Hedges. What's the orange on top of the IKEA box? Oh, that's one of those HomePod. Apple HomePod. The wife still has yet to set hers up. Apparently you can do intercom so she can talk to me when I'm out here. What do you think? A form that requires a password? You tell the password on the live stream, that collects the names, and you check who is a member and who's not. Is that more work, or is that just going around? It almost looks like a temper, but in a bigger cage. Yeah, a little bit. I mean, it's R1. Molybdenum. Ugh. I don't like that.
No. Denum sounds better.
Marcus Tibbets. 2 T's. I figure if it says "Welcome to the Secret Society," then somebody wants to be entered. I don't think that that's just coincidental. If I see somebody's name pop up in that, I'm just assuming that they just bought a membership. 10,006. 10,006. You know, I want to see. I bet who said it. I bet Stunod is right. It's going to be what did he say? Molybdenum. Ew!
Molybdenum.
Ugh! It's molybdenum. It's just like I say. I have had suspension from a green Japanese company where all their logos are green and their icon is a little damper man. I've had them on there on cars since 2000. It is T-E-I-N, which we have pronounced as Tien ever since then. In Japanese, that is pronounced Tain. Absolutely not. I don't care that it's molybdenum. Molybdenum. I had a lipo fire while using my rig, fell off a hill before I could get it. Now it's a total loss. That's not fun. Sounds like a lot of steps. Yeah. I'm astounded that membership is so cheap compared to others. I don't even know what others charge. Let me see that liquid chrome pen. Which one? This one? Oh, dude. Here's what we need. Give me a something.
Oh, you tested it on something.
No, I mean, they want to see it.
Oh,
I threw that away. I tested it on a little scrap of something and I threw it away. Let's see if it'll... Ew! Ew. I stuck my hand in something particularly sticky. So it has a fine point that is absurd. Like, what do you need that small and yet chrome at the same time? So when it goes on, it is... Let's see what it'll do on paper. Because I did the headlight buckets on Bruce. I should have just brought Bruce over here. Look at that. Now we got to wait for it to dry. I did the headlight buckets on Bruce after I broke the whole front of it to get his headlights out. I can see how it's pronounced that way. Ein. James N. James N. I'm a member of this channel, and Gray still plays and no others. Did you sign the R1? I didn't. Actually, I didn't. There's not. I mean, I guess I could have signed it on the inside of the roof before I put the roof on, but I never thought it. Oh, do it on black. Yeah. What I should have done. Yeah, it is soaking into the paper too much. So it's not nearly as mirrory as it is. It made a mirror. Do they smell? What do they smell like?
Try it on that.
It smells like alcohol.
No, that's not black.
Finding a small piece of this.
That's why I pulled this piece out.
I think I see one. Yeah. The smallest piece of scrap ABS I can find is this big. It's pronounced me-us. But, as I said, if it wasn't for other pronunciations, we wouldn't have Gary Busey. So when they say liquid chrome, now I want to see if it dries the way that it did inside the headlight buckets. I could see my reflection in the headlight buckets. The Silver Sharpie works great on RC stuff and super cheap. I mean, it does. It does.
Liquid pens, same price as a Sharpie.
Always love the pronunciation. What? How do you say Edelbrock? Is it not Edelbrock? Because I think I've heard people on TV say Edelbrock. The camera is not gonna pick up how, like, you got to get it just right. How? Wait. You see the reflection in it? I don't know what that's a reflection of. It laid down so amazing on those. I don't know why I didn't just go get it. I have the Molotov chrome pens and they stink. The marker that is the marker to which all other markers aspire is you get the maxi version. I have one, but it's in the other workshop. You get the maxi version of this. You get Sharpie Pro. Allow me to. Good God! You can smell it go directly into your blood. Like it goes straight into your blood. So, okay, now it's starting to... Wait. Look on the side of the rig. That's a dang mirror. It gets really, like, so I did these. I have his roof off because I'm working on stuff. So I've been working on this thing for hours, and I should have cleaned the tires, but I didn't. But it has a battery in it, so we can see the lights. So once I put the bumper lights on, I realized that the headlights weren't bright enough. Come on now. Like, that's bright now. So they are done with that exact liquid chrome pen on the inside of the bucket. I don't know if you can see it. Oh no, you can definitely see it through the lens. Look how chrome they are in there. Also, the FJ comes stock with 333 millimeter wheelbase. There's no way Edelbrock is pronounced Elderbrock. Because if it's supposed to be, or do people pronounce it Elderbrock? My dad pronounced it Eidelbrock. I've heard people say Eldebrock. I heard Vic Edelbrock say Edelbrock. There you go. Is there a recommendation for a black line to paint body lines? I like the Biddy design one, which is alcohol based, which means it's not going to last forever. But if you put it down first and then put clear over top of it, Sharpie Pro Magnum is good, but Sharpie Pro Magnum, that's the one. It will, like, don't use it indoors. It's up there with Rubber Renew. Yeah, funny how the really nasty chemical smelling ones seem to work the best. You can take a Sharpie Pro and write on a rain covered sidewalk. Go over the chrome again and it gets even better. Yeah, I did 2 coats inside these. Look how silver that looks. If you own an FJ40, go look at your headlights. And first of all, the stock bulbs are 3 millimeter, which is not okay. So I drilled these out and put 5s because I'm pointing at stuff that's out of frame. I drilled them out and the kit came with 5s. So I put 5s in them because they were so much dimmer than these. And when I had already committed to adding lights, there was no way I was going to get any of those yellowish LEDs. So it's a lot easier to work on this thing when it doesn't have a roof on it. I will tell you that. There's the old Sony. Well, this would have been easier. I don't know why, but they basically just stopped. They just stopped making them. As a matter of fact, I just went on. They use these tiny little batteries, and this one is starting. It's not quite the thickness that it used to be. So I ordered some replacement batteries in the hopes of getting, at least 2 hours out of a charge out of it. And while it was super clattery in the test footage, it wasn't clattery at all when we ran it. So yeah, I mean, it does look nice with the top off, and it really reduces the weight. But I feel like you would have to, like, I mean, I don't know. Did people drive them around like this? And the windshield is technically attached to the roof. So, I mean, he's getting his top put back on just for ease of transport. I got one of the Sony action cams and it used to turn off every time you go over a bump. This thing, unbelievably solid. Like I said, he's 10 years old, and there would have been no members video had it not, like, if you want to talk about how good the image stabilization of this, if you saw this thing in the video, this is what this thing is doing while it's driving. And that footage looked amazing. I was taken aback by how good it looked. Tuck Stang could be entered in the giveaway just because he did bring us joy. You can put a piece of fridge foam over the microphone on the potato cam to soften the audio. I do. So I as you could tell, I mixed the audio. That's how we got actually any in-cabin audio. And that was with a limiter on it, a frequency limiter, and I set it to minus 30 dB so that all you would get is a little bit of engine noise out of it because you can't hear me over the sound of the engine. Do you think it would be worth putting a set of Leafs on an axial early Bronco? Heck yeah, do it. It's a 10.3, man. Has the drawing happened yet? No, I told myself I was going to do it at 2, and now it's 2:09. Rick's RC Crawlers asked how to enter the giveaway, which means Rick's RC Crawlers wants to be in it. And, you know what? Oh, Greg. Welcome to the Secret Society. Greg. I'll remember that one. It's just a name. Yeah, they drive them like that in California where it's summertime the whole year. Yeah, it is. Do we think 58% battery in my laptop will be enough for the live stream ends? 23 Hemi Warlock.
You only got an hour left.
Just gonna keep adding names. I mean, that Sony I have is, I don't know, my Sun Rover helmet works great as long as it's not too hot out. Yeah. What sound system do you use? This is all, okay. I'm going to answer that question and then we'll give this thing away. Also, so consolation prizes, and remember, RC Crawling Addict, yes, you have to be a member to be in the drawing. This is all GT Power. It's an all-in-one system, so that's why it looks like the nest of a rat in here. All of the wires, my watch is locked for some reason. All of the wires go into this module. So it has throttle and it has all that stuff. All of the lights go in. You can fully configure this thing. I didn't skip RC Maniac, did I? All right, RC Maniac. RC Maniac, shipping to Florida is nothing. I've now shipped to Belgium, Spain, Norway, the UK. The only thing that can probably hit me harder is if somebody wins from, like if Mike Cross wins, we're going to find out what shipping really costs. Yeah, FPV does look super cool. Just be happy you managed to get me out of the yard. So yeah, this is all the GT power. I have one of the ESS systems, the duals, ESS dual. That's what's in the banana. I don't think this sounds appreciably worse. Hey, Braden Battlebuck guy. Braden Battlebuck guy. Oh, we just gave that to him. He didn't actually win anything.
Yeah, he just got a charger.
BattleBot guy. If the postage isn't too bad, I'll send you my old Sony. Hey, that would be cool. If you can think of something, I'll send it back to you. Mark Saxton is definitely in. Did he ask if he wasn't in? He's definitely in. Shipping a rolled up poster to Ireland in 2019 was $80. Can't imagine it now. It's all about dimensional length. It really is. I use boxes for, not a sponsor, Factor Meals, everybody. Factor Meals. They're too expensive. I use a Factor Meals box. It is the perfect thing to ship a rig in. Well, not this one, but this one. Bruce never leaves, so we don't have to worry about shipping Bruce. This thing is going to fit in a box really easy. What do I do with his roof? Yeah, he just looks more himself with his roof on. He looks cool with his roof off, but as soon as you put the roof on, you go, oh, that looks really cool. I looked at the GT Power System and wonder if I can make it work in my Sport High Trail. Yeah, you absolutely could. Yeah. Did the Treps spark joy during the crawl during the hike? Yeah. Yeah, the Treps were great. The Trepidor, because the Trepidor, boy, I'm really stumbling through. The Trepidor might be the perfect tire if you have that FJ. Because it's like just the exact right height and it fits Injora Reds perfect. Oh, also the Injora Reds were tremendous. Oh, and I will forget to mention this later. Okay. Show of hands. I'm losing my mind among other things. Show of hands. Who has an FJ40? Who has one? Who has a Bruce? If you have a Bruce, I invite you to the Circle of Crawling, which is, he doesn't have his roof rack attached because I'm installing lights. David Hiscock is asking it right now. I know David Hiscock has one, and I know he's already done it. But if you have an FJ or you're intending on getting one, I will send you this with this. This is all you need. You remove the roof rack by removing 6 screws. You slide this down over the post. You put this like this, and you go, and you cut them off, and then they're all cut to the same precise length. And then you never use this again. So here's the deal. So if you want to lower your roof rack and you own an FJ40, let me know. I will send this to you under the condition that you send it out to someone else. We just keep passing so that this set of Klein side cutters and this little bit of brass can travel round the world trimming the roof racks on FMS FJ40s. Because this is how woodworkers do. The first thing we do is we build a jig, because I wanted all 6 posts cut to the exact same length. And then I decided to install a 6-pod light bar on the front, and that'll be finished in 2026. What would you call heavy for a crawler in 1/10 and 1/24? I have no idea for 1/24 because they don't occur to me. But I would say in 10th scale, heavy is basically double digits. Ironside's the Defender weighs about 9 pounds, and that's not that heavy. I would say the average weight is between 6 and 7 pounds for a 10th scale rig. Anything under 5 is lightweight. Anything over, okay, I'd call it 9. 9 is pretty heavy, but Jolly Green weighed 13. It's not uncommon for a 6x to be easily double digits. Once you start putting hard bodies and stuff on them, they can get pretty heavy. This guy is like barely 5 pounds because, as you can see, there's nothing there. I think the easiest way for this is going to be, I'm gonna move a bunch of crap out of the way so that we have them. 9 kg and 1/10. Yes, that would be heavy. That would definitely be heavy. That's 20 pounds. That dude, who, God bless him, I love his technique, his tactic, and his initiative. The dude that welds up his own custom frames, but he welds them out of like steel box. His rigs are all like 18, 20 pounds. To me, that's heavy. It basically, if you're here's a really nebulous way of coming to a determination. If your rig has a fusion in it, and that fusion seems like it's not up to it, your vehicle is probably heavy. My Jeep is 8.85 pounds. That's borderline heavy. How heavy is Tank? Not. With that brazen scale chassis, even with his weighted wheels and stuff, he's like 6.5, like 6 pounds, 6 ounces, something like that. Oh.
For the giveaway.
Yeah. Oh, perfect. Not to start war, having seen an executioner in person driven next to a VRD, the VRD was keeping up or outdoing the EXO. We will find out. My Tonka truck RC is 14 pounds, but still hits. My Tonka truck is 14 pounds, but it hits 50 miles an hour on the road. Okay, I think it's proper that we do the giveaway at 17 after the hour, because that's when the clocks go off here. So 17 after the hour is the hour here in the canyon. Let's get this thing positioned such that we can see it. And we will use camera 2. Can you tell where camera 2 is right now? I can barely tell. Thing keeps going to sleep. I'm going to close a bunch of windows. Why are we in system settings? Where's full screen? Okay. This thing won't zoom in more than 1.2 times, which is fun. And this cable is not long enough. Oh, Ezra slipping in. If they join right now, we got to get them in. Ezra, L-E-I-S? Ezra is entry number 105. So there's that, and none of this is mandatory. Okay, here's how we're gonna do it. We've got a Team Brewed hand wound 35 turn and a 1080 that's with it. Okay, So whoever wins, when we get the first one that wins, all you got, Stephen Turner coming in 106. If you win it, all you got to say is, yes, I want it. And then you'll send me an email and then you'll get it. Okay. After that, we're going to spin it again. And we've got a set of Reefs Crux. We've got a set of Rhino 19 Mosas. We've got the aforementioned Team Brood with a 1080. And we've got a big old honkin' set of USD stickies, because I frankly don't have a vehicle these are going to fit. And I don't intend on building one. So what you're going to do is, when we spin it the second... Oh, wait, here we go. Why are we looking at that when we could look at this? When we spin it the second time, you just choose... Yeah, Bill Truitt doesn't have to send an email. There's a couple of you that don't have to send emails. So, second name up, I'm still talking to the camera that's over there. Second name up, you can say which of the 4 things that you want. So we're pulling 5. We're going to spin this no less than 5 times. Now, Brorb isn't in it, so we don't have to worry about spinning it 70 times as he keeps winning over and over again. So, as it is now 21 after the hour, Rice Krispie. Rice Krispie. Crispy. All right. Hugo, the moderator, still not knowing what's being given away. Click to spin. Boop. Boop. We got to plug a mouse in. It's not clicking to spin. We only do this. We only execute the most professional. I got to move this out of the camera. I can't see the plug. There we go. Now we have a mouse. We should be able to click. Click. It's spinning. Look at us. Look at us. We're giving something away. And we gave something away to Zach Mashek. All right, Zach. Zach has won that. This is like I say, this is what happens when you go. This is what happens when you go big time. When we go to the big time. So Zach, hopefully you're still in here. Must be present to win. So before I click spin on this again for somebody else, I want to see Zach's proof of life. How long do we give Zach for proof of life?
3 minutes.
The blind guy says 3 minutes for Zach for proof of life. Its names are just going. Boom, 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 boom. They're congrating him. Where's he at? I'm looking for Zach. Where are you at? Where's he at? Yeah, the blind guy said 3 minutes. Zach Mashek, that's me. There he is. All right. He was about to start a timer, so he's there. Email to crawlercanyon@gmail.com. And it would help. The last guy who won something, I cannot remember, said he couldn't believe that he won, so he forgot to send me his address. That was pretty funny. So Zach is taking this. There's the video on this is up tomorrow, which is a fun trip through time, because I will most likely box this up and ship this tomorrow. So so it'll be a good one. Search with Control F. I'm not logged into the chat. I can't do anything. I can't search the chat. I can't do anything in the chat. When I post in there, my name is Gray. So back over here. So we now, oh wait, we'll do this. We will remove, and then we're going to spin it again. We're going to spin it again. And now your odds have slightly improved because we went down from 107 to 106. This is to determine what you want and bazoom. Oh, I still like how you can see the reflection of the. I'm pointing at stuff you can't see. Whoa! Who did we get? Robert Johnland. Robert Johnland. First, proof of life. Second, oh, we'll move this because this is going to Zach's house.
Set timer, 3 minutes.
That's going to Zach's house. Robert, ye must choose Reefs Crocs, Rhino, Giant. Oh, they're huge, and Brood 1080. Brood 1080.
Or say nothing.
It's going to Utah. I'm not saying that I'm upset. Shipping to Utah, good grief, is it cheap? Oh my God. I shipped a whole rig to Utah. It cost $11. Yeah, that is a big tire. Yeah, they're huge.
What size is a sticky?
Well, they say 5.75, but if I remember right, they're actually bigger. They're like 6 3/8 or something.
2 tires.
Yeah. And when you mount them up on a wheel, yeah, they're over 6 inches. They're like 6 1/8. When you mount them on a wheel with the rim. Hey, Robert Johnland, email. Wait, first, Robert Johnland, what do you want?
Cancel timer.
Crux, Moza, Stickies,
Cancel timer.
Brood Combo. Your pick. You tell me. I set over there. I put a postie on it, and then when you give me your address and your whatnot, I mail them to the location of your choice, which is probably where you live. Yeah, what's he want? What does Mr. Johnland want?
What you
Because we gotta spin 3 more times. Oh, 1080, please.
So the Brood and 1080.
We'll post it. Put a little post on that. We'll put this over here. I could have written it on my whiteboard, but I don't trust my whiteboard anymore. Johnland. And we resume. We remove. I wish I could zoom this old camera in more. Bam! Am I falling behind on the chat?
Yes.
Yes. Are the top ones big 2.2? Yes, those are very much 2.2s. Ben Webby! Ben Webby, that means, thank God. Please, Ben Webby, don't pick the USD stickies. I can ship these to Ben Webby economically. Mr. Webby, from a far away line. Ben Webby just sent, did he or did he not? If I say Kidderminster, does that mean, am I remembering right? Am I remembering right? If I'm remembering right, I'm remembering right. So he just, I want to say that it was him who just sent me a set of tires. That's the circle. Tires will be going right back.
Yep.
The first thing I have won in my life. All right. Those are those. These Post-its must be very old. They don't stick at all. They do. They stick a little. They stick a tiny little bit. All right. We know he's got proof of life, and it was the pit bulls, I think. I want to say it was the pit bulls. I remember recently opening that box. So now we've got, I don't know where the 1080 is going. I know where the rig is going. Utah. So we just need him to pick. You choose, surprise me. Well, I mean,
Ask him if he's got to.
we got to spin 2 more times. He's got a pick. He's got we can't, like, I'm the only one that's allowed to waffle. You won. You have to pick. That's just how I don't make the rules. I'm just following them.
You just enforce them.
I don't make the rules. I just enforce them.
What the tires are again.
I think Stunod just chose for him. He said he wants the crux. Oh, well, he said middle, which are rhinos. You know what? I think these will actually do really well in the UK. I really do. Because the compound here is a little too predatory. Gonna go far Sweden if possible. Robert Jeanlin in Sweden. Web. God, I hope I can read my own writing later. That just looks like scribbles. I genuinely hope that I can read that. Oh, what works best in mud? All right, we remove Ben Webby. Remove. I got spin. I said spin. There we go. So whoever picks between the two. Stunod wanted the rhinos.
Someone's getting stuck with the stickies.
Miata Commuter. That name seems familiar. The problem here now, Miata Commuter, I guarantee you, doesn't have anything that those fit on. And I'm not 100% sure if Miata Commuter has more than one vehicle that those fit on. So that's kind of an auto pick on this one. If Miata Commuter has a vehicle that will fit stickies, I can't imagine it happening, because what they do have is a lot of class 1 nonsense. So maybe they do have a vehicle that will fit Reef's crux. Miata Commuter's words are spin again, don't want none, which is truly the least surprising thing of the day. I saw that coming. I have some knowledge of Miata Commuter's fleet. Dead meat. Thomas wants the sticky sent to Thomas Byers' house. Dead meat. Proof of life. Dead meat. And then your choice betwixt the two. Yeah, that's true. Wheel lands on Miata Commuter. Miata Commuter just buys more tires for the Canyon. Yeah. That's fairly accurate. There is quite a lot of tires that have come in here via Miata Commuter. Dead meat is alive. Dead meat. Small or large? Yeah, these are ridiculous in terms of size and weight, and just sheer, just the amount of rubber. By the time you mount them up on a reasonably sized 2.2, they're usually like 400 grams a corner. Did you ever give away the Hustlers? No, we can't give away the Hustlers. They have to stay. You have to hold on to the worst tire that exists.
That would be a crime.
So Dead Meat said here, and now I'm just waiting for a choice so that we can go back to the other thing and spin it for potentially the last time. Yikes! That container hit the ground. Kevin's a girl? Yeah, Kevin's still there. Kevin's supposed to be up here. There we go. He said small. Did he? Small. Dead meat. Again. I'll say it again. And then after that, I'll probably say it again one more time. Email, crawlercanyon@gmail.com. And I don't want to tell you any of all y'all how to do your business. But if the email is like, this is Dead Meat from the live stream, I won those tires, here's my address, that will expedite. Because sometimes I get an email and it's from like Jeff Phillips. Hey, how's it going? And I'm like, I don't know who you are. I don't know who this is. Did you win something? I don't know what's happening. Remove it. Oh, also. Yes, those are the Moses. Yes. And bow. We haven't really had to respin much. Other than the Miata Commuter, which Miata Commuter only would have taken, and that is Canada. I know where that is. That's in Canada. Espressomatic. Does Espressomatic have a use for these? Also, I would like to ask Miata Commuter a question. I forgot. I had put these over on the side. Do you have a use for Class 1 silicones? If you have... Espressomatic says spin.
Yep.
Espressomatic says spin. So, Miata Commuter, if you have a use for Class 1 Enduras, I can send you those as a consolation. Because I realize that I do not. All my Class 1 tires are suited. And Benjamin. Does Benjamin want stickies? Are the stickies going back in the drawer? How many more times? Wait, somebody said that they wanted the stickies. Somebody said they wanted the stickies. Wait. Oh, he wrote that before I spun it. Well, okay. So, who's getting these? I use greens on ones. I have tires that big. Oh. So, Espressomatic does want these tires. Oh, okay. Okay. He said spin. My apologies, Benjamin. All right. So, okay, so we already got them. I said I wanted them. Okay, he's got those. All right. Okay. All right. Espresso gets the stickies. Yes. Sorted. And I realize now we can just leave the names in there. Now, pretty much.
They'll be back.
Pretty much. Hopefully we won't have to go through the process of deleting all the names again.
Well, you have to put Espressomatic and the ones that won the tires back in.
Crawler Life says they'll take the blue silicones. I think they were the first one to say it. If not, I missed it. Where are you located? Where are you located? If you are located somewhere reasonable to ship to, I will gladly send, because they've been in the bag for a while. So, Crawler Life. Yeah, well, I'm past 10K now. So now, let me tell you all about Red Cat.
Now comes the sponsor money.
Yeah, that's once you hit 10,000, that sponsor money just starts rolling in, right? Is that how that works? I'm pretty sure that's not how it works.
Tell them how awesome the stickies are.
I mean, there are tires that leave here for any number of reasons. The usual reason is I don't have anywhere to. Did he say spin for silicones? All right. Next milestone is 25K. Oh God. Oh God. All right. Is this spin for silicones?
Class 1 silicones. Make sure that's out there.
Yeah, they are and mine. They are class 1 silicones. So we're very professional now. Hey, look at that. Didn't that guy just join today? How much do I got to send you to get some stickers? Nothing. Send me an email. Cost you an email. Cross Keys Crawlers, would you like some class 1 silicone inserts? If I had tires to give you with them, I would, but I don't, so I can't. I gave away some tires to clear up some spots on the rack. Like, I couldn't put my landmines away because there was no space. Now there's a space for the landmines because that was where the Moses were. So that's nice. All right. What's a good insert for the ripsaw? Mr. Early, the insert that you want for the ripsaw, believe it or not, is this one. You want the inserts from Injora that have this really dense rubber inner. And it doesn't look like this is going to fit, and it looks too far. Okay, wait. What are your ripsaws on? Should have asked that. Now, you'll still want these, but you might not be able to use this if your vehicle is too light. But this is what I have consistently run in the ripsaws. Crawler Life said he is in Virginia or something. You missed a comment. Oh, I sure did. Crawler Life can have them. Cross Keys Crawlers can have them. They can fight. Is there a day of the week that's good for visitors to stop by the canyon? This is basically what I've arrived at. This is the unofficial official rules. The canyon is dark Mondays, like it's Vegas. And Fridays are this. So iffy on Friday, but Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday, Sunday, all open. You give me a little bit of notice, you show up, you play with toy cars, you go about your business. Yeah, and after the live stream, I tend to be like, it's like family stuff. Now, if it's a Friday, now you can ask, sure. Because if the wife is off at a hockey game or off something like that, I have to stay here because I have to pick my kid up from trade school. Salon success. I have to pick my kid up from trade school at 5. So after 5, I'm really kind of free-ish when the wife's not home. If the wife's home, I'm not free on those days. So everybody is saying that they can use the class 1s. Too much Sharpie sniffing. I did inhale too much Sharpie today. So, like, I'm Crawler Life. Yeah, I mean, whoever and whomever. No, I definitely capped that Magnum. If I hadn't capped that Magnum, I'd have passed out by now.
I would have gotten the VOCs.
VOCs, man, they coming for you. Was the giveaway rig named? I think it got named via a comment where somebody said you should name it Raven, as in Raven from Teen Titans. If you're not familiar with Teen Titans, that reference probably doesn't make any sense. If you Google Teen Titans Raven and you don't get the live action one, I mean the animated Raven from Teen Titans, you'd be like, oh yeah, I get it. Yeah, that makes sense. It's got a gold and purple thing. I got it. So they said give him to Crawler Life, so I will do that. So send an email, I dug through the drawers. I looked for stuff not being used. For the next giveaway, I don't know. Maybe we'll have built something. Maybe we'll move someone on. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, Raven is a perfect name. Yeah. And unpopular opinion, I like Teen Titans Go too. I'm running the G-Made Spider and looking for an insert for it. The like 1.9 ripsaws? The little class 1 ripsaws on a spider? That's crazy. Give away an optic origin. I can't argue with that. Hentai Bible says Injora blues are the best of the Injora silicones. I can't really argue that. The greens don't have nearly the versatility that the blues do, because you can cut a blue to basically the exact same firmness of a green, but when you've got a green, you've got a green. It's the green, which is why I have a bunch of them hanging over here on hooks. Give to the spin winner, it's all good. We haven't heard from him. Cross Keys Crawler hasn't, or did they? Hugo would know. Hugo just remembered that you didn't send me the data for the rigs tab. You didn't tell me to send the data to the rigs tab.
You must be reminded 5 times.
But are you a brony? No. I never really caught the allure at all of My Little Pony. I did just start watching Creature Commandos on Max, which I love when a cartoon picks up right where the movie left off. So the continuation of Suicide Squad. Like, same voices, same people, same the whole thing. It's pretty good. Well, I mean, I don't know. I watched 1 episode of it. It's good so far. 1.9 ripsaws on a G-Made Spider. Don't those look super tiny? You confirm the greens with Nerf darts. Ugh. Yeah, I know. And you can also, you can also go down to your home improvement. You can buy a roll of Baccarat and do the same thing. But, God, I hate tuning rods and inserts. Baccarat. It's just foam rod. Foam tube. What kind of stickers? I tried getting J-Concept stickers from them today. Failed. I have so many J-Concept stickers, it should be illegal. I have not seen Cross Keys Crawlers respond. Yeah, they might not still be here. The weight of the green makes them too soft. They add too much weight for how soft they are. Yeah, you should try you should see these greens. That's what I had to buy the Baccarat for. These are softer than the other greens. Pain mids kicked in, so I bid you all a good night. What was I doing? I don't remember. I've already forgotten. So, I don't know. I'm trying to share your opinion on the Vanquish H10 Origin. Has it changed since it was released? Do you want it? No. No. I don't want an H10 Optic. I certainly don't want an H10 Origin. Here's the thing. Here's the thing about the H10 Optic. The H10 Optic is the vehicle for you if you know that you want that vehicle. I'm never going to talk anyone into or out of buying an H10, because for me, that is a vehicle with no purpose. There's no purpose to an H10. The H10 in both optic form and origin form fill a perfect need for Vanquish, which is a hole in which to pour money. It doesn't get the pretty pass from me. It doesn't look good enough for its level of performance. And I don't want to pour that much money into something that doesn't spark joy in its original format. Like, you will never get an H10 to a level of performance that justifies the cost that it will cost you to get an H10 there. So you have to do it purely because you want to. Purely, or in the case of some people, perhaps that live in Alabama, they ordered some trucks of fortune and just got a whole, and this is a technical term, buttload of optics. Like, the FJ passes her test in screaming colors. It is so fun. It's so fun. The optics sparked no joy in me because when I see equal length front and rear links, when I see just enough proprietary parts to justify a whole new parts train where you have to buy this axle and this knuckle and this piece and that piece, it makes a lot of sense for Vanquish. It doesn't make sense to a normal person, nor does it make a sense to a person outside of the umbrella of people that will buy anything with the Vanquish V on it. My fleet has no place for an optic. I had the most enjoyable time I had of it was putting parts and time into fixing up the one for Zoku, which I guarantee you he has never driven. Mia sent me that care package. I put all those lights on it. I put all that stuff on it. It's probably never going to get driven. Can I put the leafs from FMS on AR45 axle for the FJ40? The only part that might be a trick would be where the actual shackles mount to the axle. Now, can it be done? Sure. Is it just directly bolt on? That I cannot say. Because the U-bolts that hold the leaf mounts on, I don't know how those will go on any other axle. They're pretty specifically fitted for the FMS axles. I've pretty much resigned myself to the fact that Bruce is going to need new axles at some point. Like, those axles aren't going to last forever. Do you reckon the Fusion 8 would go in a TRX 6? Yeah. It would just fit, but it would definitely go. When's the next episode of Jolly Green's Winter Weight Loss? Monday. Couldn't you just build a better H10 out of the Endura Capra cage? Yeah, you could build a better H10 out of most anything. I think the H10 kit is genuinely appealing. Doesn't mean many mods. It doesn't mean any mods to do what? The H10 is in a space by itself where it's not good enough at anything based on how it appears, based on its appearance. The rigs from FMS, performance-wise, are pretty terrible. But there is a joy that comes with the FJ40 and with the 1941 Willys, even with the Atlas or a Michigan, right? And they're also $300. So I saw a guy post a picture on Facebook of his $600 transmission that he's putting in his optic. So that pretty much sums up the optic. Have you seen Black Lagoon? And if not, do you have a DVD player? I've seen a couple episodes. Speaking of, how many screws would I have to take out? 2. I can better answer your Black Lagoon question with the removal of 2 screws. So, making chassis for crawlers for me is something that is newish because I've only been doing the crawlers for a short time. Why is this not working? There we go. But I've been making chassis for toy cars for a long time now. So when I was building my short course stuff, here's my answer to the Black Lagoon question. It's pretty good, right? It's a chassis. It's a chassis I made for my big 8th scale that's up there. It's all right. It's pretty good. So yeah. Mr. Keys said he would take a Red Cat over an optic, I think. I might not have said it, but I would. What's a good link set for the CJ7 if I'm going for a 1/10 SOA mount? I have no idea. Most of the times, if you're going to do something like that, your front 4 links are going to be a whole new thing. You're going to have to select the correct length lowers and uppers. Mike Cross fell asleep. Nice. Isn't it in the morning over there? I'm really excited to put together a VS410 Origin. Love the look of that body. Need to decide if I should do VP guts or something else. Any input? I want to rip an Alabama trail crawl a little. So you mean a proper, now when you say VS10 Origin, you mean the metal axles and everything, the whole deal? Or are we talking VS410 Builder's Kit? I really want a Pro Ultra. Is it worth the money for a used one? If they're selling it for more than it was new, no, it isn't. What's going on with the Willies? Thought I'd ask. It's been a while. Waiting on rain. We're waiting on rain. Yeah, I am. Well, you got to remember, I am a voice of dissent above all other things because I love an F10 straight not paired to a VFD. I know. Yeah, they got moved. I do not have a single vehicle with F10 straights paired to a VFD. There's not enough gear reduction in a VFD for straight axles. Surely an H10 is more worth taking than a Red Cat. Well, okay. We're speaking of it in artificial terms. Like, you have to have it, right? If somebody was like, oh, we're doing a giveaway, you can have this Ascent Fusion or you can have this Optic. I'm going to take the Optic because the resale value is higher. I can get more for it on trade. If I was stuck and had to live with one, I'm going to take that piece of crap Red Cat because it doesn't live in a cage. And the H10 axles don't really appeal to me. I would take a Capra axle over an H10 axle if we're talking an axle of that width. If we're talking a straight axle, I would take an F10 over an H10. There's nothing really in the H10 Optic that makes me go, oh, I need to have that aspect of it. I like the cage, but I wouldn't use the cage with any of the Vanquish parts. I would put offset Capras under it. Did you figure out the 3D printed accessories for the scaler? No. Charles Hurley asked my cross where he is. He's in New Zealand, land of dragon eggs and LC80s. Just the origin body from VP is what I have. I have some F10Ts, but nothing else printed for trans rails. Oh, then put something else under it. Pick out a chassis and get some rails and put a gearbox in it and slap it under it. There's no reason you have to stay inside the Vanquish ecosystem. And honestly, Mr. Woodham, I think it's crazy that you would ask. I mean, let's put it straight. They've boned you on more than one occasion. Like, I don't think they've earned it. They haven't earned any loyalty from me. They haven't earned any. I don't know if I wouldn't perceive that they've earned any loyalty from you. I like Vanquish for their innovation and design of the axles, hubs, and gearboxes for their high performance stuff. What have you done for me lately? They are trying to cash in on a cachet that, in my opinion, they threw away. They got rid of it because they wanted to appeal to a more mass audience. We talked about this on the Discord. You don't release the H10 Optic, then wait the better part of a year, and then release the all billet from one piece of aluminum, yada, yada, yada. You release that $3,000 monstrosity first, and then when the normal people can't afford one, then you release the regular one. That's marketing 101. Do they hire does no one work there that has any marketing background whatsoever? That's the question that is generally in my head. What would be your go-to RC? TRX4 Sport. You can make anything you want out of it. Do you want a full... You know what? Wait right here. First off, I need to turn off that light. It's bothering me. You're going to see my shirt as I go by. And now I'm gone. Make sure nobody went anywhere.
Well, they seem to all be there. Boy, Hugo went good times. Sport as well, but not with a sport chassis.
Keyboard's in the way. We need to run out of room.
And do you have Tan Man over there?
These are all TRX4 Sports. These are all TRX4 Sports. Every vehicle in front of you is fitted with TRX4 axles. This was actually, Daphne was built from the TRX4 Sport kit. This is a current TRX4 Sport RTR. This is the Endura LCG chassis for TRX4. This is a brazen scale LCG chassis for TRX4 Sport. There's the engine, there's the drive shafts, there's the axles. This is a TRX4 Defender. Sport Defender. Basically stock. The optic has this much configuration that it can be. It's an optic. Many would argue if you change the axles, it's something else completely. Oh yeah, Tranquish isn't out here. Jolly Green's not out here. Diablo's not out here. We have more rigs here based off of TRX4 than we have anything else because no one else has this amount of versatility. And these ones all count because they all have TRX4 gearboxes in them. Sport. So, if I could only have one rig, it would be this one. Ooh, wait. We'll do it one more time. Everybody loves a settle, right? Not because it's the most capable, not because David, it's called the TRX4 Sports Tuning Series. It's on the on the channel. If you have about 8 hours of free time, you can go through the entire series in which we build this guy, Sandy, who is underneath, because we're the full clipless. If you go underneath, he is just a TRX4 Sport, fenders and everything. We go through and a brushed motor and a $25 servo, and we go through the whole thing. And Sandy is every bit as capable as most anything that you could bring out here. And he's probably right around $500 as he is. Stock shocks, we did change out the axles, but we didn't have to. Stock gearbox, no touches there. Stock shafts, bumper mounts, fenders, stock tires. So the TRX4 Sport is what I recommend because what do you want to make? You can make it out of this. I love when anybody says that the TRX4 is outdated. I love that take. It's one of my favorite takes because it's nonsensical is what it is. It's absolutely nonsensical. One more. I learned so much in this process, right? First bumper I ever welded, first patina I ever did, so many parts tested. You can tell that Daphne is a proper OG with MIP drive shafts, Samix lower links. We hadn't decided how much TRX4 has to remain for it to still be a TRX4 Sport. All these are still TRX4 Sports. If you have a single speed gearbox, if you have TRX4 axles, if you still have, these are TRX4 links. Those are TRX4 links. Those are TRX4 links. This is just a TRX4. This is just a TRX4. All 5 of these are TRX4s. You have to be Jimbo with the hammer. You have to be surpassed in order to be outdated. Yeah. The Abysma, the Yikong, by extension, the FCX10 are all clones of the TRX4. And yeah, if you want to do a very basic conversion, you buy the Endura LCG conversion with the carbon rails and all this stuff. You do the LCG for this, and it'll cost you, what do these cost nowadays, everybody? About $70? Well, how much red cat has to be left to still be a red cat? Well, like what level of performance do you want? Like if you want any performance, you need to remove as much red cat as humanly possible. Traxxas 100% got it right the first time because let's run down the list. Chassis mounted steering, chassis mounted steering, chassis mounted steering, chassis mounted steering, chassis mounted steering. If the first thing to do that you don't have to, 4-link and servo on axle's gonna fix it. You don't have to. By the way, Jake the Snake is also chassis mounted steering. Traxxas got a lot of things right. This versus that, 2.2 Trencher G8 versus Predator. I mean, I could do. They're still right here. I think I unmounted the G8s, but I think the Predators are right here. I said that I would do the Predator if anybody expressed any interest in it, and not a single person made a comment. I'd like to see that. So that's why they're sitting up here on the tire rack, and I haven't done a video on them. It's February 1st here, start of my alcohol-free month. Ugh. Yeah.
Days.
Dead meat. That's pretty. Yeah, that's succinct. Yeah. Traxxas TRX4 is AC/DC. Anybody that would try to make the argument that AC/DC hasn't been just making the exact same music for like 50 years now, it's what they do. Yeah. Traxxas makes one crawler. They make in 10th scale, they make one crawler. This is an 8th scale. Its dimensions size out nearly perfectly. But this is all they make. They make one gearbox. They make one axle. They can put lockers in it or not lockers in it. Oh, is that me? Am I in the windows? Gasp. Now I got to put all these away. It ain't a live stream unless we're filling the whole bench. Didn't you build a rig with fake TRX4 axles? Yeah. Yeah, one of the giveaway rigs was fake TRX4 axles. They were perfectly acceptable. Scuba Steve made a good joke and I missed it. You gotta remember, it goes kind of fast. Where's he at? Scuba Steve. Spin the wheel, let the winner choose one. That's not a joke. That's not funny. I don't think. Well, that's okay. Did somebody ask if I did a thing about building Sandy's shocks? No. Because these are the stock shocks with the stock springs with the stock oil. Can you add lockers to standard TRX4 axles? Yes. You absolutely can. And as you are in, if I'm remembering right, Scotland, probably cheaper for you to add lockers. You know what? Mr. Paul, send me in an email, send me your address and remind me about it, because during the process that Jolly Green is in bins under the bench. During the process that Jolly Green is undergoing, he's losing his lockers. So I'm not averse to sending you the locker elements, the cables, all of it. Everything except the main gears, because I'm reusing those main gears. Do I have any? Where's my TRX4 bin? So I'll degrease whatever needs to be degreased up, but this is just 2-speed and locker stuff for TRX4. I can absolutely send you locker stuff, and you can monkey with it to your heart's content. I recommend Injora 2065s for the servos, because Traxxas 2065s are at best. Andre Rosu is moving to New Zealand? What did I miss?
Well, last stream I was here, one of them was thinking about
Any Canyon TRX4s have a dig? No. I have vehicles that have dig with TRX4 axles, but I do not have the only dig unit that I have ever seen for a TRX4 gearbox is completely 3D printed, even the slidey dog piece, and that's a bad idea. Does the Amazon Dig Gearbox have more or less gear reduction than TRX4? More, much more. If you take an Amazon Dig box and put TRX4 axles on it, you're going to have like 90 to 1 gear reduction. About the sport, based on your recommendation over the base camp, the shocks seem very stiction-y. That is what Traxxas shocks will do. Let's see if one still has it, because I have picked them up a couple times. Yeah. See this right here? Like, you can push on it and it doesn't move. It's because these are emulsion shocks. So what you do is, I think somebody just said it. Yeah, driver 8. You just take the rig and you go like this. And then, because they're emulsion shocks, what has happened is all the air has, what's the opposite of sublimation? All the air and the oil have separated from each other. So what you want to do is you want to put that air back in the oil, because that's how we work. Oh, Miata Commuter asking, will we see that RC J Concepts drag fronts? I can't do a Versus because I only have one set of operable carbon fiber beadlocks to clamp them. Those J Concepts, are they the hotties? Is that what they're called, the hotties? They are so much more difficult to mount than the RC four-wheel drives were. Oh my God. Every time you start to put a screw down, the bead goes to pop out. I really don't want to glue them on to wheels because I feel like then I'm just ruining wheels and tires. But good God, are they difficult to mount?
Make yourself one of them clampy.
They are you're stretching them. The tire is narrower than the wheel. That's why they don't want to go on. Yeah, these are the kit bashers. I bought a set of bronze wheels that had this ring, and then I combined them with this wheel and took the rings from this wheel and put them on. And then those are in Mythigan now, so they're black and bronze. Those look pretty good. And then I took hubs from another one. I think it's gunmetal. Are they gunmetal hubs or black hubs? Black hubs. So we have parts from like 4 different sets of wheels to build one set of wheels. Yeah, that stiction is just, it's emulsion shocks. She runs a bit heavier in the oil. Just a little bit heavier. Like these should be stuck up real good. He hasn't moved in a while. Yeah. But there's nothing like GTS are great. I need the rear 2 cables for a TRX6, but I have to get the whole kit per axle for just the cables. Like I said, if I can find the stuff. So, okay. So here's a cable and here's a cable. And I think these are TRX4 cables. Because obviously I have the TRX6 cables as well. Oh, wait. I want you to build a guesstimate. How many lockers have I removed by buying axles on Jenny's? And it's cheaper to get the ones with lockers than it is to get the ones with spools, which makes no sense. That one's even got the actuator on it. This doesn't include the stuff off of Jolly Green. Oh, wow. Look, some brand new Trail C hubs that I guess I forgot that I had. Did not know that I had those. And some more bolt-on wheel weights. Forgot that I had those as well. So yeah, I can definitely offer some cables out to. How about cables in the bag? I believe that's TRX4 front and rear. So I will send those if the shipping isn't blinding. I'll include these to send out to Scotland. I've never mailed anything to Scotland. It'll be a fun, expensive experience. But I feel extra charitable in the moment because I only have to ship a rig to Utah. And I guarantee you, it's going to cost more. What were they, the Moses? No. This. The combo, the motor and the 1080, it's going to cost more to send a motor and a 1080 in a box about this big to Sweden than it will to send that whole rig to Utah, because that's how that works. 315 it is. So yeah, email me, and if I don't email you back within, like give me a day. If I don't email you back within a day, just email me again. Because between correspondence, spam, and every other email I get in a day, I probably get 600 emails a day. No, Charles Hurley, I'm not talking about you. You're in Virginia. Paul is in Scotland. The guy who wanted TRX6 locker cables. I took those joke shocks off my Phoenix and put the BDS on, and it made a big difference. Yeah. S80s. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what it is. The UK, because I do have to send one to the UK. The UK will be the one, and it's the Moses, which I can, you will be amazed. You will be shocked and amazed at how small the box that shows up in Kidderminster, England. I'm gonna put those things in a vacuum sealer bag. It's gonna be a box the size of a shipping label. Like just the label will fit on it. That's how small that's gonna be. So I will say, now that I've given a bunch of stuff away, I won't be shipping those out till next month. And I'm not going to try to ship anything on Saturday. I'm just going to ship out. Oh, and Ben Webby says he'll pay shipping. If you want to send money for shipping, I'm not going to stop you. So you know, I'm not saying, because in order to send the rig to Spain, I put up a bunch of people had offered. Oh, you were talking about TRX6 too? Oh, I did not know that. The people were so generous in sending money to ship to Hugo that there is overage. And I said that the overage will all go to ship giveaway stuff. He's chirping again. So, yes, I do indeed have PayPal. It is this exact crawlerthecanyon@gmail. That's me. So, today's nonsense and shenanigans, as I have to do the UK, Sweden, Canada. Did Dead Meat ever say where he was from? I don't think he did. And Utah. That money's gone. All the extra that got sent, we burned that. We burned all of that. I got a couple of them put away. That's like 3 out of 5. I will keep you guys updated as to what it costs to ship all that stuff. And I genuinely, unless Dead Meat, which I can't remember if he said where he was, I can't remember. That rig is going to be the cheapest thing to ship. I can almost guarantee it. The biggest thing will be the cheapest one to ship. Don't be surprised if a weird name comes up on your PayPal account. I can cover a priority box to NorCal. Oh, they're only going to NorCal? Oh, no. The rig's not going to be the cheapest now. I can, Dead Meat, I can throw those in a padded flat rate and they'll be there in like a day. Yeah, I always assume everything is going all the way to the other side of the world. Harley Design sells its rigs on its website at hefty prices. Would that be something for you? No. I don't have a design. I have no design. Oliver, What did we do today? Just gave a bunch of stuff away. Like, I'm not really, I did the whole, I manufactured, packaged, and shipped Scion parts for 15 years out of this building primarily. Before we built this building, I was doing it under a covered patio. I was under the back patio for about 2 years, which basically means working outdoors. I have said, Smoking Wraith, if the wife is away, like if the wife had a hockey game today, we'll just go. We'll just live stream until we're all too tired and we all fall asleep. But the desire to do that, I don't want to mass produce anything. I like building rigs for people as long as they understand what comes along with that, which is your parts might sit here in a box or a drawer for 6 months. Like we'll get to it when we get to it. And it might not be in order. I think I'm pointing under the bench to the Willies. I think the Willies is like, it came from the workbench 42. And I think it came from the workbench 51. And it's still, and Jolly Green was never even, and it came from the workbench, but he's built out of the first crawler that I ever got. And and he's still under the knife. So there's an entire build for the blind guy. A buddy of the blind guy is a whole box, full rig, everything needed. The man from Mythigan has a rig here that is getting some, basically getting a 3-gear put into a TRX-4. Charles Hurley has an upcoming build. I have to build this thing. You saw an Executioner come out from under the bench. That might not get built for 2 months. I'm not in this rush. I want to make content. I want to make videos. I want to do live streams. But what I don't want to do is, I got to get this video done so I can get out there and get into the algorithm and compete against everybody else for another review of this, right? I don't get stuff sent to me early, and I'm absolutely fine with that. I don't need manufacturers sending me things because, my God, I hope that they don't have expectations of me because I'm going to tell you what I think. And then people will argue about it. We are still living in a time where the only videos on the channel that have a 100% like ratio are the members show and some installments of Wheelin' Wednesday. Because nobody watches Wheelin' Wednesday, and only about 300 of you actually watch the members' videos. But every other video, oh man. If I do a review on a tire, it is guaranteed a minimum of 2 dislikes. The average is 4. Any video, any tire. If I like it, if I don't, you know what has equal dislikes? The Boss Man, the Crux, and the Rock Blocks all have the equal number of dislikes. Figure it. I mean, I don't know. But as someone said, if you're not upsetting people, then you're doing it wrong. So apparently I'm upsetting at least 4 people routinely. Even if I don't like a video, I never give a dislike. 146 viewing and 146 likes. Yes, stage 4 should start this week of Wheelin' Wednesday. I watch Wheelin' Wednesday at work. Don't think it counts as I'm not logged in. Oh, yeah. I don't know. Well, it counts as a view. So that counts. So I love Wheelin' Wednesday. Wheelin' Wednesday is still, I don't know. Wheelin' Wednesday might be my 3rd thing now because just driving Bruce around out in the flood basin is pretty fun. Is there a finale for the tsunami? No, not yet. Not yet. No, he's sitting up there in garage. Let me think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He's in like garage 7, sitting up there. So I will leave you to it. It's like 6 minutes early. I will leave you to it because I think the chattering off of 83 names in a row, I think it took it out of me. I don't think I realized it. It annoys me when someone dislikes a video of mine. Like, why? Just skip it if you don't like it. The one that kills me is I have the on Henry's last day. He's disliking all the member vids, dropping them all to 99%. Yes, it is indeed coffee time. Crawler Life, a mud bog would not be a problem, except for the fact that this is Southern California. We actually had a little bit of rain, and the ground is so dry, the rain fell and just went directly into the ground. No puddles, no nothing. By the time we got outside, the sidewalk was already dry. Like, it just all went, all that water was gone. So keeping mud here, like forget it. Mud doesn't exist here. And nobody can drive when it rains. Two true facts. So thanks everybody for being here. I will go through my emails sometime this evening. I will get stuff boxed up over the weekend and shipped out either on Monday or Tuesday. Tuesday is always more likely because Monday is filming. My day on Monday is usually 12 to 14 hours long. I start at 7 a.m., 6:30, 7 a.m. And I'm usually done editing about 7 p.m., 8 p.m. So we started just shy and we ended with 1,008. 1,008. That's the next thing we need to donate for, a new hose. I need to put a hose on my Amazon wish list because it's actually something that I need. We have 135 PSI at the outlet. And it just blows hoses to smithereens. So with that, I will bid you all adieu. Thank you so much for the congratulations on 10K. I made 10,000 now in that imaginary scenario where no one has ever asked me. But if somebody asks, Ho, how many subscribers do you have? I can say 10,000 because that's a number. And that number was brought about by you, collection of loons. So I'll see you on the Discord. I'll see you in the comments. And then I'll see you back here next week when we do this again. Maybe we'll put something together. Maybe we'll do something. Who knows? Our pressure is so high it even blows up the regulators. Yeah. Espressomatic said put a regulator on it. The regulator is so far downstream and we get a little bit of water hammer because the wells are crappy and aerated and full of calcium and sediment. It kills everything. Hot water heater, like 5 years. And then there's like this much sediment in the bottom of it. So, thank you all so much. I do need a Looney Tunes outro. I am my own Looney Tunes outro, so I will... See, we got a little bit of that Teflon in there. I will bid you all adieu for the day. Look at that. We dropped 189 frames out of 384,000. I'm sorry, the total frames rendered were 412,734. That's a big number. So we'll box it up. We'll get it ready to ship out. I'll check the emails. I'll do all the things. But for right now, big old coffee drink because I'm feeling it up in the place where my brain supposedly resides. Hobble-de-gee, hobble-de-ga, as they used to say back in, Mexico City.